Good evening, ladies. All right, let's see if the new studio works. Hope everybody's having a lovely evening. I need to send some stuff over to the Chinese audiences. Actually, they were super helpful to me. So let me just quickly get those guys to check for Newman and alright, that's it. That should be good. So they're apparently doing a shoutcast over at Doujin as well. So I wanna give them something. So let me send them the stuff that I did, the stuff that I have. So that's the NA team. I think that's all we got, actually. Okay, cool. So, all right, let me walk you guys through what I have planned for you guys tonight. So, you guys already know the studio looks the dapper as always. You guys probably looking fresh as fuck. I got my suit on. Let me go over to the shoutcasting scene. Now, the way that we're going to be doing this today is going to be a little bit different. So right now I am floating in time and space, starting off with some production error right from the get-go. There we go. So let me walk you guys through what I have been cooking for you guys. So at the top left here, I am going to be dragging some progress members into the main monitor as we go. On the other side, we have the different guilds that I've been able to identify. I'm going to add the Oceanic Guild down here. So let me just update with the boys. If you guys know Cleo, he has been streaming very actively the PTR, and I'm very happy to see that they are going to be sending it actually. So let's make sure that they are properly represented. Production team working overtime right now. Okay, that should be them as well. Let's move. Okay, cool. So we have the main monitor and we have the extras on the side. Perfect. All right. Throne of Thunder, huh? My first race officially being on the bench. Or being on the bench. I am retired, actually. Not the R word that most people would be using to describe me, but it's the only word that is politically correct tonight, guys. Any other R words you should refrain from using. So let's see. Jebber is gonna be playing tonight. I look forward to seeing you come online. A bunch of people over at the progress page coming online. We got Holy Palace, Lexolas, we got Lynn, we got Babyhoof, Nexer, Stat, Jebber, Funky. Fans of Dan, I don't think he is playing. RCX is playing. Painful is playing. There's so many of the boys. So that's going to be great. I'm excited. Now, there's a couple of things that we need to go over before we start tonight. And I'm thinking we are going to cover some quick things about each of the bosses that I think is going to be deciding the race. So let's go over to Warcraft Logs page real quick. So the Warcraft log page is only going to be able to cover guilds that are doing a live logging session. You might be wondering, so this is going to be live log only? Now, we know plenty of guilds do not do live logging. For example, Progress doesn't do it, Newman doesn't live log. Why? I think there might be some different arguments made why they don't do it. I think one of the biggest reasons is just that you don't want to give anything away. Now, everybody is going to have to follow a pretty linear path when it comes to how to approach this fight. We are going to have people outside of the raid, so the race actually starts already here, what I would like to call the pre-stage of the fight. This is where guilds are going to be buffing up, everybody needs to be logged in, everybody has to be ready to enter the raid. Many things can happen here that can already decide the race. You guys can probably come up with a few reasons. I'm just going to name a few. some of the biggest things that can really upset a race here is key players. I am just gonna draw a key. This is a key, by the way. Key players getting DC or getting loading screen from hell. So if this happens when they try to zone in through the portal, then that is already gonna be very, very limiting to what these skills can do. Once they enter the fight, they have a trash clearing segment before they get to Jinrock the Breaker. The kill time on Jinrock the Breaker is probably not gonna vary that much between bosses just because of the way that that fight works, but how you reach the boss is probably gonna be very different. So the distance between entering, which was this stage, this is the pre, I think here we are already gonna see guilds pulling ahead. But this is probably gonna also be the easiest part of the race when it comes to doing skips. Maybe we're gonna see some invis stuff. Maybe we are gonna see some interesting mount skips. You guys know that there's a couple of usable consumables that let you mount like a yak or something else. So you get on that. So there's many creative stuff you can do here. You then fight Jinrock. Then there is a very interesting part of this race. Between Jinrock, which is the first boss, and then you have the second and third bosses coming up, you have probably one of the most interesting parts of this all. Thank you so much, Danny. Thank you, thank you. The most interesting part of it all is what I like to call... Holy fuck, I can't draw. By the way, I'm drawing. Drawing. You guys know what this is. This is the bridge, right? This bridge right here, where you need to transition from Jinrock over to a small platform, and then you have to do another bridge skip to get towards the bosses, is gonna be incredibly important. I cannot emphasize how important this bridge skip is gonna be. Like, if you have the best DPS in the world, maybe you can gain 10 seconds here. But if you have the best bridge in the world, you can probably gain like up towards 2 minutes if you have a great one. So I would actually say that Jinrock, not that important. The bridge, super fucking important. Then you have Horridon. Horridon, I think, is going to be one of those fights where we're going to see some very interesting, possibly risky strats. There are a couple of parts of this fights that make it a long fight, even if you have good DPS. And that is that you need to kill the Dinomancers really fast in order to get to the last phase and then burn down the boss. Maybe you can gain 30 seconds or so if you do it perfectly versus if you have a horrible kill. Council of the Elders. Now this fight, if the bridge boss is incredibly important, I think Council of the Elders is gonna be hugely important to these guilds. Let me walk you guys through a little bit why I think this. So Council, which is the third boss of this race, we've already done the bridge and we are now doing Council, consists of 4 separate bosses that all need to die. Depending on your raid comp, this shit will go incredibly fast. So this is probably gonna be a comp check. Because if you play a raid comp that is really good at dealing with 4 targets simultaneously, maybe a multi-dotting comp, maybe a cleave comp, I don't know. I think this is where you're first gonna be doing, where you're first gonna be sending this. So maybe a comp check, maybe we'll see some summons, maybe some multi-classing. And this is where I think what you would call roster depth really comes into play. Do guilds have multi-classers? Do guilds have a deep bench? I think the guilds that do will be able to save a lot of time here. Now, another aspect we need to discuss when it comes to this boss is when you go into this raid, you will have 3 bonus rolls. Now, the bonus rolls are really sweet because they can increase the amount of item level power the group can build throughout as they traverse through the race. But let's say the items you really want to drop from Iron Quan, Twin Empire, Twins, and Lei Shan. If you would use roll 1, roll 2, and roll 3 here, then all of these fights will have 0 value from the bonus rolling system. But reversely, if all of your 3 bonus rolls are used here, 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 and you get a couple of upgrades, maybe the weapons drops, maybe there's some insane trinket that drops, then everything that follows will have its kill speed lowered by the item power that the raid gets. So this is hugely important. You also have the possibility that, let's say you get loot from bonus rolls, maybe you have assigned it beforehand. Maybe there are parts throughout this journey, because this is a very long race, where you could do item level upgrades, or you could get a reforge on a mount. One of the best ways to get a reforge done is having prepared JSON scripts from the WoW sim profile. So depending on which items you score, you already have prepared a weak aura to equip and enchant it instantly when you stand still, and then you have a JSON profile loaded on second monitor that you simply import. This is the most efficient way to guarantee the most DPS. If everybody has a mount where they have a reforger, this can easily be done when you're traversing between different stages of the race. Is this shit gonna matter at the end of the day? Maybe not at an individual level, but if all 25 people in the raid have these JSON profiles, these reforging, and these type of intelligent bonus rolls, preferably done before the first 5 bosses, this could be a huge turn of event. If we see a single guy hold their bonus roll for over here, they are griefing the race. If you're bonus rolling the last 3 here, you are a moron. Bonus rolling at the start is great. Bonus rolling at this stage is a bit like, I don't know. Okay. Council of Elders, comp check. We will then see a very interesting transition over to Tortos. There is cinematic playing for Tortos. Tortos, I think, is gonna be insanely crank. Depending on how guilds do it, if they pull it together with the bats or not, we can see an insanely aggressive kill time here, but also very risky. We will then go into what I think could possibly be a huge time save, which is gonna be the distance between Tortos and Megara. So let me walk you guys through it. So you have this little turtle. This is a turtle, by the way. Of course it is. This is a turtle. Don't make it weird. This guy dies, right? Then you need to traverse and ring certain gongs. So these are the gongs that you need to pass through. You need to click them, and then you make it all the way to Mega Era over here. This is not Dog Trio, this is Mega Era, and over here is the guy that you never touch, right? I think, depending on how guilds will approach this, this could be incredibly fast. You could use stuff like parachutes, you could use stuff like the glider, you can use vanish and stealth. You can use so many interesting things to trigger these gongs to enable Mega Era to spawn and start that fight. Very interesting. I think by this time we will have a clear leader in this. So I think maybe Newman has something really creative here. Maybe Progress has come up with a really efficient way of doing this. I think when we get to Mega Era, we will have one guild that is leading. They will then be on the main monitor. So we have done Mega Era. We then have another really interesting part where we need to transition over to G-Kun. I don't know if you guys have done this on the PTR, but basically, once you kill the Mega Era over here, you need to walk through the sewers, and then you need to make a jump over to the platform where the bird is, right? So this is the bird. This transition right here, like this part, can be done insanely sick if you do if you guys remember the Black Temple skip, I'm just gonna type BT skip. You have somebody pulling the spiders and snails away. feign death, vanish. Like, you can do so many crazy stuff here to transition from Mega Era to G-Kun in crazy ways. So this is going to be a very, very important part. Notice how I'm not really focusing on the individual fight, because I think all of the fights so far are going to be pretty straightforward. Yi-Kun dies. I don't think there's going to be vast differences in how guilds approach that fight. You then need to get to Durumo. I don't think that trash part is super interesting. Maybe we will see something crazy on the platform before Durumo. But after that, Durumu is going to be super important to this race. You might ask, what's so hard about Durumu? I can tell you what's hard about Durumu. So you have PTR round 1, then you have PTR number 2, then you have PTR number 3. So 1, 2, 3. Durumu only really worked and was playable for maybe the last 3 days. Sorry guys, let me get this. Oi, 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 oi. I have a little baby here at home who's sleeping. Let's see if we can keep our hype calm down enough. So there was only 3 days of Durumu working, and same for Li Shan. So I think Durumu might be a bit risky. Maybe some guilds are gonna try some crazy strat and they haven't practiced it enough. We will see. Maybe this will be the first boss where we see potential raid wipes. After that, we have a transition over to Primordius. I don't expect Primordius to have any crazy strats involved. I think it's going to be pretty basic. And then we have him, the goat, my favorite fight in this raid instance. So then you have Dark Animus. And Dark Animus is one hell of a guy, bro. He deserves his own painting. I think this is going to be one of the best fights in here. And I think it's going to be super interesting to see what people come up with for this fight. So this is probably going to be where some guilds are going to save 30 to 40 seconds if they do it in a very aggressive manner. And this is where guilds can gain like 5 minutes if they wipe. So let's say you try to do something crazy risky, you fuck it up, it could be race over. And even if you're not going for number 1, this could be where your guild goes from being a top 3 guild to just rage quitting, never speaking to each other again, and logging the Chinese RAF servers instead. This is the guy. This is where this raid is gonna get decided for a lot of guilds. Okay. You kill Dark Animus, you kill Iron Con. So the transition from Dark Animus to Iron Con is gonna be interesting, how guilds do it in an efficient way. But then what's going to be really interesting about IQ is that there are a lot of trash in front of IQ. So let's say you have Iron Con over here. So this is Iron Con. So this is him. Then in front of him, he has a bunch of trash packs. And over here is you. What you can do is that you can kill these trash packs and just then go on the boss. Or you can do a bit of a more risky strat and round them all up and then go into the boss. What is the benefit of this? Well, you get insane vengeance on your tank. So that is obviously nice that your tank gets insane vengeance, but you also get plus risk. So that is what they're gonna need to figure out, how to do that on Iron Con. The fight itself, very easy. Then you have a transition to Twin Amps. I think that shit is going to be crazy easy. I don't expect Twin Amps to be a problem for any of these guilds, no matter if you're going for top 3 or top 10. And then you have him, guys, Lei Shen. Lei Shen is... I would say that Lei Shen Heroic could possibly be the hardest classic content to date after Lich King 0% Heroic. However, there is a good argument to be made why this shit is actually harder. And it's the argument that I made for Durumu before. And that is the fact that Lei Shin Heroic was bugged and not really progressible until the last couple of days of the PTR. I think many of the guilds here today this is not gonna be a one shot unless they have done insane practice. The Leishin Heroic is seriously the meanest fucking boss in a long time in Classic. This guy is pissed, bro. So this guy is gonna be really, really hard for many of the guilds that are racing. Everything up to him, fine. Then we have the little bonus boss, Raden. The thing about Raden, which makes him interesting, is that yes, he is a joke tuning-wise compared to Lei Shan, but all it takes is for one or two guys to have a hard time coordinating their movements, and it will be disaster, and there will be a raid wipe, and you will have to go again. And that could be where your guild either becomes the best in the world, or see yourself coming in second. So, where does this leave us for today? I think this pretty much leaves us. I think this pretty much leaves us in the position that this is gonna be a crazy race. I think it's unironically the hardest content in many, many iterations of Classic. I am super hyped. So I've seen some questions roll by. We only have a couple more minutes before the race actually starts, and I am gonna mainly be covering the POV of Progress main tank, Nexer, because he has some very important assignments, and he is gonna be a huge deciding factor in whether or not Progress will win this race or not. So we are gonna be looking over his shoulder, and yeah, if he does a mistake, I guess we can all laugh at him. Let me see if everything is working here. Smoke says, no Anfal in the race. Let's just take 1 minute to address this. I am officially retired from competitive raiding. I am done. I won the last 2 races I was in. We lost every race that I was benched in Cataclysm. I won every race except for Ulduar that I played in Wrath. My resume is untarnished. I will leave while I am on top, guys. I'm no longer raiding with Progress, but I'm still rocking the Progress band, and those are my boys. Okay, we have the guilds right up here on the screen. Looks hot. Over here, we have Newman. Down here, we have FFS, the Oceanic boys. Here, we got the NA team, represented by Rugs. Down here, we have Step Brothers. And down here we have... This is a bit embarrassing. Who is it that I put there? Ay, Anfal. This is a bit embarrassing. Let me check. Who did I put down here? Yo, it's the 10-man. Guys, I decided to put one 10-man group in. So these are actually the Finnish Dark Sun, which are always pushing for world first, and I'm thinking, fuck it. 10-man, 25-man, what is easier, what is harder? Let's put one of the 10-man groups in the shoutcast and see. I don't know, what do you guys think? Is 10-man easier? Is it harder? I've heard that in some tiers it's really fucking hard, and in some tiers it's super easy. Let me see, can I bring up the second part of it? Yes. So over here at the top left, we have Progress Team, and you can see right now that I'm showcasing Lex. And the reason why I'm showcasing Lex right now is that he has some very important stuff that I am gonna try to put on the main monitor when that happens. Evil Joe says, I did some 10-man PTR early, and bosses were really fucking hard. Even Council was kind of rough. Yeah, I really don't think that 10-man is necessarily easier than... no, I really don't think so. Okay, bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. Let me see. So the audio is going to be working in case you guys are showing love. Okay, nice. Okay. So, just so everybody's on board, we will watch the number 1 team on the middle of the monitor. Up here is the expected runner-ups. Newman is has currently lost two races in a row to Progress. Progress is currently on a 2-win streak. So Newman up here is number 2. And I think number 3 is a bit up in the air. It could be either one of these skills. I would actually like to say that I think these guys have the potential to go for 3rd, and Step Brothers. I think there's also a French guild called Sleepo, but I haven't been able to find any stream, and I won't be able to fix it now when there's only 2 minutes left. But okay, guys, remember, very, very, very important for this race is item level. I really want to see the bonus rolls used early. Bonus roll early, very important. Skips are very important, meaning that you use invis, you use all kinds of way to not have to spend time doing trash. Very, very important, guys. I think Dark Animus plus let's see, Iron Council. I don't know why I put Iron Council. Dark Animus, Lei Shen, and Raden are very important when it comes to which boss fights. Yo, thank you so much, guys, for the love coming in. If you guys don't really wanna get any ads, I'm gonna run an ad right now, and hopefully you won't get disturbed for the first hour. But I'm telling you, this race is really, really hard. So be ready for the fact that this could be a long race. Okay, let me see. Danny putting on one of the. Let's see if I can do this. I'm gonna try to be fast. Pray for me, guys. Oh my god, it didn't work. Fuck it. No, I'm not gonna have Sleepo there. It will be sad if I miss it, but fuck it. Okay, let me try. Thank you so much for the support, guys. I appreciate it. Hope you guys get uninterrupted, good coverage of the race right now. My daughter is currently having a cold, so hopefully, wait. Hopefully she can sleep through it. Are we going? Oh. Guys, I think we are in. Right from the get-go, we see an invis skip coming out. Oh, what happened? Oh my god, they didn't set it to heroic. Progress had to set it to heroic. XD moment, bro. XD. Okay, hopefully that didn't break it for people. Major XD moment. Okay. Looks like guilds are. Looks like FFS has an early pull, meaning they are slightly ahead. Sorry, guys, fixing the last stuff. You know what? Fuck it. Oh, there it is. Okay, now I'm on board. Now we're in it. That got a bit stressful. Okay, so the pool is out on the ground. We see Lust on the first pool. This is where they're gonna spike their DPS. The damage meter is a bit covered. I'm gonna quickly hide some of the other guilds so you guys get to see. We see some really good Shaman performance coming in from the very start. TBC rocket boots are still equipped. Is that a mistake? Is that really what they want to do? We will see on the bridge, I guess. Over at the side of Newman, however, let me see. They are somewhat even. You got 50%-ish up here. You got 40% down here. I think FFS has a really good go. Let's have a quick look at the amount of shamans the guilds are running. Progress are running 6 shamans and 5 warriors. So that is 5 plus 6. up here you have you got 7 shamans, but only 2 warriors for banners and storm lashes. You have deaths already coming out on the side of the Oceanic guilds, not having the cleanest start to this. Dark Sun is only now pulling. I would say currently favoring progress right here. I would say in total you got 6 plus 5. That's 11 raid increasing DPSs. Oh, you can already see some of the value coming out. Look at the damage by the tank. 360k DPS as Prot Pala on single target, beating both warriors, monk, and enhancement shamans. Good DPS coming out from the enhancement shaman. Really nice to see. We got a Windwalker monk on the side of progress doing incredibly well on the first boss. Really nice to see. Really, really nice. Okay, guys. Let's move on now. Wait, is there no music on the stream? You guys can't hear it? Seriously? Yo, what? Okay, hold on. Let me do this. Do you hear it now? Alright. I apologize so much, guys. I had music the entire time. Well, I guess my VOD is now gonna get fucking muted again. Unlucky. You got a logout skip coming out on the side of progress. Multiple people dying on the side of progress. I will be checking it out real soon. What's going on? You got so many people dying on the side of progress, but they're not dying very, very fast. It does look like they have cleaned it though. The logout is happening on the side of progress. Newman is already at Oregon. I would say Newman is currently in the lead, guys. I believe that progress has failed the bridge. It definitely does not look good on the side of progress. Down here, you see the Sleepo guys doing the bridge skip right now using the Yak. So bridge skip is coming through. Horidon has been pulled on the side of... I would say they are definitely in the lead. Progress is currently second, I would say. Okay. Sounds good. I would say Newman is probably 15 seconds ahead there based on that. Okay, you know what, guys? Look, we need to just take a second here. When you say first, Anfal, we cannot hear music. Fuck you, Anfal, we cannot hear music. Now you guys can hear music saying we can no longer hear you. The sound guy is having a bad night, okay? I'm gonna do my best. Okay, this is good. Thank you so much, guys. I hope this is gonna be a good audio mix for you guys. Okay, but Newman is already pulling ahead. Let's focus up instead. The production is disastrous. Okay, so if you haven't really done this fight, let me just walk you guys through it. You are gonna have to drag this boss to each of these 4 gates. This is gate number 1, you have gate number 2. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Once you have done all 4 of these, the boss will go to the center, and that is where you kill the boss. So this is a very long and slow fight. Newman is now on the first gate still. You can see it because there's sand on the ground on the side of Newman, and on progress side there's also just sand. Let's see. The French guys are So Newman is ahead on boss damage and slightly ahead on time on the gate. I think they're gonna try to kill the boss on the 4th gate spawn, guys. Hope you guys having a lovely evening. Let's fucking watch this. Guilds are playing really good right now. Look at all these chain lightnings. Really creative usage, the way that they let ads be up. So this is the mob called the Dinomancer. I'm lowering the music a little bit so you can see. He's casting a heal. When he dies, you can click an orb on the ground to increase the damage done on the boss. Boss is already at 30%. And over here, the boss is at maybe 25. They're gonna kill it by the 4th gate. This is crazy, actually. Newman lusted. Progress also. Both guilds have used lust. They're sending it, boys. It's fucking dying before the boss is dying before the 4th portal. Newman has already killed the boss and Progress has almost caught up. Let's see. We got a mass stealth on the side of Newman trying to skip mobs. If anybody does a mistake here with a glyph swap or anything, the mass stealth is gonna break. They have double rogues, meaning that they have a huge area they can cover here. Second mass stealth use. Progress has used their first now. Double sap coming out on the side of Progress. This is incredibly important. I think this is the major reason guilds are using both. Okay, Newman has pulled the last trash pack. I think Progress will have to do the same, but let's watch the timer here. This is super important. Sending it. The Warriors doing over 1 million DPS on that pull with Bladestorm. Progress just completely destroyed that trash pack, but they're still behind Newman that are doing the mini-boss as we speak. Holy shit. I am gonna hide some of the other guilds now, and we're gonna look at them a bit later, but I think this is once again just gonna come down to 2 guilds battling out. Progress and Newman have such deep talent pool, and the leadership on both of these guilds are already by the 2nd boss dying, showing that they are just... they're not playing the same league as these other guilds. Enhancement Shamans doing good work here with the fire, with Enhancement Shamans, with the Fire Novas. The Monk is doing surprisingly well as well. I believe it looks like Newman is also playing a couple of them, right? Let's take this moment to look a little bit more at Newman, shall we? Let me see if I can do this. Ding, ding, ding. Increase the quality. We got Progress now instead at the top left. So Newman is playing, I think, Mistwalker, Windwalker, and Brewmaster, whereas Progress is still opting to play only one, no Monk tank. Okay. So that is the big difference. I don't see a Prot Paladin on the side of Newman, but I may have missed it. Progress have pulled trash into the boss. Okay, guys, you know how I said that the council boss is gonna come down to who plays a raid comp that can kill 4 targets? Well, Progress just decided that fuck it, we ball. We drag multiple mobs into the council and they are almost on par. Look at the DPS on the side of the tank on Progress. They did it with rare and boss. Insane. This is really high level. have the first death on the side of Progress. I think Stet accidentally died somehow to a mechanic. We got the first guy being at 30%. The fight gets less scary as mobs die, but the more you can utilize multi-target DPS, the better. I'm not sure guilds want to push. Both Stet and Devil already died. Got it. Thank you, guys. Guys, I'm looking at the percentages over here of the boss frames compared to these, and I think Progress have caught up. It's gonna be super interesting to see who's ahead after this. The boss alive. Keeping it alive. Fucking hype, guys. This is a really good race.
Know your mama warned you about this fire that you're playing with. I know she did.
Okay, so you can already see how much of a skill expression there is in this fight, but we don't know if the warlocks that are topping on both of these skills are being giving external resources more than the others. So that could be a major part which is making some people look better than others. But bosses are slowly dying. Music is too loud. Yeah, your ears are too weak. I apologize. Okay. Guys, type right now if you think Newman or Progresses are gonna be the first one to kill the council. I really can't guess. After Iron Council here, we have an incredibly important part where it comes to ringing the gongs. I really look forward to see how the guilds are gonna do it. I still believe in your eyes. I just don't care what you've done in your life. Oh baby, every day and every night. Well, I say everything's gonna be alright. Okay, let's watch. Newman and Progress are both really close. Opening the gate, people not getting dismounted actually. Pushing through, jumping down on the side, skipping possibly the cinematic. See if we have any deaths here. Tanks having to self-heal is costing a little bit. We have one death on the side of Newman. Not getting combat rest, get fucked I guess, unlucky. Progress is taking their sweet time here instead. Newman were quicker to jump down. Okay. Rearrange the group. Wait, what is this? What's Progress doing? I'm sorry. Okay. Cause I know boss has been pulled, I believe, on the side of Progress. No, it hasn't been pulled yet. Newman is first pulled. Don't be afraid, there's no need to worry. Cause my feelings for you are still strong. Newman going for a hyper risky pull, doing all of the trash together with pulling the boss, whereas Progress is just slowly clearing trash. I believe that Newman really will pull ahead here. They're gaining possibly 30 seconds or so compared. And never let me go. I'll be in your arms. 'Cause I need you so. I can see it in your eyes. I don't think that either of the guilds have a super interesting approach to this fight. We haven't seen any comp swaps really coming out, I don't think. So Newman is definitely ahead by the way that they start this fight, but this is just DPS. The only thing you could possibly risk here is letting the tank go high vengeance. But I don't see that really happening on either of these sides. I think I see some comments in the chat about how sometimes one of the guilds is pulling trash into the boss, then the other guild is doing it. I think the major reason that we're not seeing a standardized way to approach these pulls is the fact that both of these guilds have really no leak culture, where none of the guilds have really a good idea about what the other guild is doing. The other thing is that this raiding content in MOP is really underexplored in private servers. The amount of MOP private servers and private server knowledge that exists is very limited. So I think we will start to see guilds come up with more and more creative ways of doing things, and they will have to watch their competitor afterwards and be like, oh my god, why did we not think about that? But it could also be a comp related thing. Remember, these guys play Brewmaster, Monk, whereas these guys play Paladin. Maybe that's a thing that Progress tried to pull, but they couldn't make it work. They decided, fuck it. I would really say that we have a slight lead on the side of Newman. Let's check in on a bit on how the other guilds are doing. Looks like they are going for Council, right? I think I'm seeing Council on most of the other guilds, no? Good shit. Let's get hype, boys. So I think we still have a lead on the side of Newman based on the boss percentage, but the next part is going to be very important with the gongs, and I have to say, Progress really didn't lose that much. It looked like they were stuck on the trash for a long time, but it looks like they're kind of catching up. Maybe Newman had to commit a lot of CDs to survive the pull. So boss dies. Still got bonus rolls left. Okay, let's look at the side of Newman, what they do now. Yeah, it's only like 8-10 seconds diff. Oh, immediately going for the mount up. Really nice. What am I watching? What is the Paladin doing? Is he going solo? Or is everybody behind him? Nice. Okay. I would say Progress may have, with that skip, have a slight lead. However, you can see that they've split up the raid a lot. They have a lot of people going elsewhere. Newman also have split up the raiding team a fair bit, actually. Let me just try to see if I can understand where the other guys went. So you have the other team on the side of Progress going for another kill. So you have a Sealed 6 team over here. This is Lin POV, the rogue from Progress that has been performing really well in speedruns and races throughout Kata and MOP. Really nice to see, actually. Let me see if I can go a bit like this. And we switch to Lex POV. Perfect. Okay, cool. Let's make that a bit smaller. This is very interesting. Okay, so one thing that was pointed out by a chatter that's pretty good is that we have seen a tank class swap potentially on the side of Newman. I feel like the Prot Paladin has stepped up now to possibly main tank more of the content. The Brewmaster Monk is still in the raid, possibly playing Windwalker. The comp changes sure are different. On the side of Progress, you have 0 mages. Is that a good choice? I don't know. On the side of Newman, you have 2 of them. And as pointed out, I think the mages on the side of Newman have been performing decently, but the only way to really think about this is looking at the logs afterwards. It's very hard to do any real-time analysis. When it comes to how pulling trash into bosses are used, the parses will be invalidated, but the race to world first will be valid. So even though these guilds are pulling bosses into trash, vengeance capping, blah blah blah, they are only sacrificing their rank 1 parses, but the boss kills will still be legitimate. Alright guys, so we now are back to Shoop POV at the top right, one of the guys that I've been following for a long time when I'm covering Newman. Progress are taking considerable damage here, really risking it. Newman deciding to kill the poison head, which is very interesting. Love to see it actually. Are they gonna skip the arcane head completely and go for the blue head into killing the boss? I think that's different from what Progress is doing. I think Progress are gonna leave the poison, the venomous head up, and go for a kill on the other. So this is a difference actually in kill order. Very interesting to see. Okay, so Newman is plenty race, actually. Shoop. Okay. And instead, we go like this. And then let's just quickly look how the other guilds are doing. The 10-man guild is traversing to Mega Era. Other guilds are pulling Mega Era. Americans are doing Mega Era. The Oceanic Guild is doing Mega Era. I mean, Battle for Third is really, really competitive, actually. It's nice to see, nice to see. Love to see it. So let's hide all of those. Let's put Progress in the top right. Progress being demoted to second monitor action. Okay. We now have Durumu Trash. So you can see these walls being spawned. They can't really leave them unless they kill the sentry. And now they're clearing all of the ads that are being chain put. All good, all good. Okay. Mega Era is gonna be Durumu is gonna be super interesting, actually. Progress traversing now. Okay, guys. Who do you have? Do you think that Newman is going to be able to have a clean raid and finish strong? We still have some massive trash segments apart from the boss fights. And then we got Li Shen and Radan, who are both really, really hard content, actually. Or is Progress going to have to come up with some crazy way of getting back? I don't know. Who do you guys have? Have you guys been able to scout if there is a third unknown actor that is currently very close? I'm sad to say that the only real competitor to this guild that was not that bad is no longer playing MOP Classic, which is a bit sad. So we're back to just having two guilds battling it out. Have we heard anything about the Frenchies? I think I have the Frenchies down here. I think the Frenchies are these guys. I think that is Sleepo. Okay, so Durumu has been engaged on the side of Newman. Let's briefly just look at Newman's raid comp. Has it changed in any considerable way? I think they're playing double Windwalker at this point, I believe. Or if this guy is still a Brewmaster, and then it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, I can't really tell who are Enhancement Shamans and who are Elemental Shamans, but I think Ultra and Farsan are both Enhancement Shamans on the side of Newman. I think Ultra and Farsan are Enna Shamans. Okay, Shoop is having the blue beam. He has to be a bit calm and not find his ad. Whereas the red guy needs to find his ad. Okay, the ad is already revealed. These guys know what the fuck they're doing. Farsan is confirmed Anna. Yep. I am pretty sure. I don't know about these other players though. Jim. I'm pretty sure that Sinky is Elemental. Unless he has done some crazy personal development and figured out that playing caster DPS in WoW is actually correlated to having low testosterone in real life and he wanted to grow a pair. Justin is always Elemental. Oh well. And people say that we don't have genital disfiguration amongst males. I guess you can do that. They stole Clockwise Strat from Holiday GDP. Fucking true, guys. While we're waiting for these guys to kill Durumu, I don't expect any huge upsets here. I can fill you guys in on the fact that I will be streaming a lot this weekend. So I will be playing with Holy Death tomorrow night, Saturday and Sunday. So a lot of Holy Death raiding coming up. Yeah, I see a lot of my fellow Holy Death soldiers in the chat. Salute. Even though Progress is my team, my family is Holy Death now. I mean, this looks very controlled. The ice walls are breaking. As long as they don't have trash DPS on this, they should be. Oh my god, they destroyed that so easily. The chain lightnings are coming in really clutch with high value on these multiple targets. These are very hard to hit as melee. Not claiming that melee isn't Giga Chad or anything, but the chain lightnings on the side of Newman is paying off a lot actually. Damn. Nice movement here. Clean. So we are probably gonna see this life drains coming out now at around 30% or so, I believe. Damage looking good. Progress have already lusted. I believe so did Newman on pull to get as much damage out as possible. I think when they pulled Durumu, they were more than 50 seconds ahead. I think they're managing to keep on to their lead, even though they're playing very different comps. I'm looking a little bit on the raiding side of Newman. Shoop, we know him for sure. The fact that they have a rogue called Rat makes me think that is Sino. Shout out to the biggest rat in WoW history. Then you got Skogstokig, I know that guy. He's a Shadow Priest, right? Then you got Rales. Deep Shades, I recognize the name, but I don't know if I ever played against him. Maybe I did. DK I recognize, Ultra, Relly, Justin, Shio. But the main tank on the side of Newman, Midori Priest. I feel like Midori is coming from a private server background, just like I do, right? Maybe you guys can help me out with this one. Isn't he a private server guy like me? The only way we have a wipe here is if they hit the blue one. The melee team on the side of Newman just got hit by a knockback. One shaman died. They're actually falling off the platform. No, he's still back on the platform, but he still died. Oh, progress. What is happening, guys? Are both guilds fucking wiping? Holy, is the boss still bugged and they couldn't find it? The third ad didn't spawn on the red? Oh, you guys can't hear the clown music? Sorry, I will give you guys a better experience. Oh, I'm so sorry for that. How could I forget? 1 second, guys. 1 second. You guys deserve the full experience. Fuck me, dude. Okay, whatever. You know what? Whatever, guys. This is a hard raid. This is actually not bugged. It's a feature. Let's get back into it. Fuck it, dude. Hype up. Shake it off.
Don't ever say goodbye. Wherever you go, I'm gonna take you high. I
Okay, so the way I see it is that if the third ad will not spawn, there is still a way to lust there at the end and have a comp that can pull through. The bugged content is killable. There are successful kills of this on bugged versions. Oh my god, I take it back. Progress is so fucking cooked, bro. Okay, so there are a couple of possible solutions to this. So Holy Death. Okay, let me cook, guys. Conspiracy hats are fucking on. The problem is that the third red ad will not... They can't find it and then they wipe because they don't kill it fast enough, right? So one thing that we discovered on the side of Holy Death is that if the red spawns like this over here, over here, over here, you need to locate them in a clockwise manner. If you try to go this way, you will not find him. If you try to go like this, you will not find him. And if you come from this side, you will not find him. You need to do a clockwise discovery of the ads. There is one problem with this strat, however, and that is that when the 3 ads spawn, this is what we figured out. Let's say this is ad number 1, this is number 2, and this is number 3, and some very smart guy, possibly from Eastern Europe, but he could also be from Middle Eastern, from the Middle East. He will say, guys, go. He's over here, and the raid goes over and think this is the first guy. Then it's already over. You have to start clockwise from the boss facing position. It is incredibly hard to do this, but I think with good spawn RNG and good control, you can get a controlled circular motion like this. It's possible. Okay, we're coming up at the crux right now. Newman is doing the second wave of ice walls. So this is the red. Okay. This is the first ad. This should be killable. They have to walk. They have to work in a clockwise. If he goes this way now, it can bug out. Oh no. Okay, it worked. It worked. Okay, but will the third ad will it be discoverable now? Going back to a clockwise pattern, I have no idea. This is the bad. This is the ad. Yes, detectable from clockwise. I think this is a kill on Newman. I don't know if Newman knew about the clockwise finding the third one's third ad, but it worked. So the next beams are gonna be in 15 seconds. If Newman can kill the boss before that, they don't need to risk the bug. But if they don't, they might have to... Oh, this is gonna be a nasty one. This is the third ice wall. Now they're gonna get the beams as well. I think they need to push the boss. I think they have to try to push the boss before the beams go off. This is gonna be fucking disastrous. 5%. Oh my god. Okay, I don't think the beams have started yet. They're popping raid cooldowns to stay in and just serve the boss at this point. Nice. Good call. Nicely done on the side of Newman. That is actually really impressive. There might be a little sprinkle of luck the way they found the third ad on the sub 30% beams, but fuck it, we both. So now we should be making our way over to Primordials. Progress, however, not so lucky. So Progress having their third wipe. So, we knew going into this race that there were going to be some important skips, there were going to be some possibly bugged bosses. Durumu had problems, Durumu was a risky fight, we knew that. Durumu is now completed on the side of... oh god, they're risking it all. This guy just decided, I am gonna off myself. Alright. I don't think there's any known bugs that can ruin Newman at this point. So I really think Progress needs to kill this on either this pull or the next one, or Newman can just lean back in their chairs, recline 45 degrees, and just do a clean raid at this point. I really think that unless Progress kills it on the next pull, Newman is gonna feel like it's done, it's over. I really don't expect a guild of this caliber to have multiple wipes on a boss like Lishan or Radan. But maybe. Okay, let me walk you guys through this fight. So, on the main monitor right now, you're seeing Primordials. They are deciding to tank it right in the middle. There's gonna spawn blood pools here on the side. When these blood pools die, they drop pools on the ground. These pools can give you buffs, and when you have 5 stacks of the pool, you transform and you do crazy damage. Now, many guilds, what they do is that they keep the boss at the side, possibly at the gate, but Newman is instead going for this more like aggressive positioning in the center, which is super interesting. I'm very curious to see how they decide to play this one out. It looks to me like the people doing the pools... Oh, we have an early transform coming out. Okay, so the warrior rushed his transform, and it looks like every melee rushed a transform. Over here you can see a warlock just going around multi-dotting. Moogkin multi-dotting in his side. This is a... I don't know if you guys were watching Holy Death GDKP and me doing this. But watching these guys do this makes me feel so bad. I'm sorry, but watching how they do this fight, I am embarrassed of how we did it. They're starting to fall behind a little teensy weeny way. This is something that is not going to be a problem once you have more item level, but now they lost everybody's transformed. The mobs are starting to reach. They're moving away from the purple pools now. Let's see, do they go for the gate position or do they do something else? The classical way of doing it is doing a circular motion of clockwise movement of the boss. So this fluid will probably reach the boss, and it looks like they're just gonna let the boss eat those. So not really bothering with these ones, instead the casters are focusing on the ones on the opposite side. Durumu is dead on the side. Oh, that's really interesting. So I think we have a pretty good idea about who's third then, right? No, that's not who, is it? Or is my stuff not up to date? And have I fallen behind a bit?
So wrong. I'm counting down the days, I'm not feeling stronger, but that's okay.
For your information, the plan was for my wife and daughter to be with my father-in-law this weekend, but my daughter is sick and so is my wife, so they are actually being big champs, just toughening it out. So sometimes when I mute myself, it's because my daughter is, well, waking up and coughing a little bit and being a bit sad. So you guys just know that if I disappear sometimes, it's because of that. Progress going for a 4th wipe, that's fucking based. 4 wipes to red ad not being found. Newman, on the other hand, are clearing trash in the Dark Enemies room. Oh, this song is such a fucking gamble. Okay, maybe a bit too loud for me to speak. So, they are going quite casually clearing these. This trash actually takes a while. Somebody said that a guild called Who is in second. Who is streaming on the side of Who? I would love to get to know who is streaming on that side so we can bring up them as up here. I don't think I have a name. So give me the name of Cow Classic. I know that guy. Alright, let's get these guys in. I'm sorry, Dark Sun, but you guys are at G-Kun, and G-Kun is Forget. So we are gonna bring up the new guild that is currently in second. Has anybody been keeping up with them and know how they're if they had any bugged pulls in the rumor? Or have they been fine, actually? Okay, I think we got Cow Classic now, so Newman is ahead by maybe, I would say 5 to 8 minutes. Whereas you got Who over here being in second, and these guys are fighting for third right now because of the way that it's bugged. Bay says they did not experience any bugged room. Okay, so I think it's that they just got lucky that the bug with the 3rd red ad didn't happen to them, because the 3rd red ad bug can happen on any of the beams. So just so you guys know, it can happen early on into the fight, it can happen late into the fight, it's super toxic. Okay, the warrior goes directly on the boss here. The Brewmaster Monk died, however. Tanking his ad close to the boss while having full uptime. Very interesting full DPS. Look at Deep Shade's damage, man. They're playing double Prot Pala now, I believe. I think they're playing 2 Prot... No, they're... Yeah, they are. I think this is double Prot Pala and the Brewmaster Monk is taking the boss. No, they activated a massive Anima Golem. This is terrible, no? There's no way this is what they wanted. No, massive is fine, but there was a large one. There's a large one that is getting killed. Was I cooked? I'm pretty sure I saw a large Anima dying there. There's no way that was intended. But it didn't wipe. Skogstokig down, DK down. 2 deaths. Sleepo is now engaging Primordius as well. Okay, so they probably had a really nice Darumu. Good to see, good to see. Another 1.5 minutes coming up before they can rest their DK. It's very important that this ad gets taunted off to one of the large golems. So let's see how they do that. You don't want this Anima Golem to die next to the boss. Now, this is a hard boss. Small ad did die next to the boss, and they just completely fucking had multiple casualties on that jolt. Not sure about that one. That one died as it should though. But they are down 4 people, the boss is at 56%. I think it's still killable, but if they have like 2 or 3 more deaths, this is very hard to do in tier 14. Healer died, Shaman died. I think this is a wipe because they accidentally activated one of the large Anima Golems and they had small ones dying next to the boss. Okay, so Anfal crash course on how to do this fight. You want to kill the small golems. I'm gonna draw for you guys, so you guys are on board. This is a small anima golem. So this is the small guy. You want him to die next to a bigger anima golem. Okay, I'm trying to explain this to you guys, so you guys understand. You do not want for it to die next to the biggest one. If it dies next to this one, you probably wipe. So that is very important that you don't do that. And that is kind of what they did. So that is why they wiped. So they wanted to go here, okay? That is how you kill the boss. Not by doing this. Dr. Klepfer says, kinda sucks that it isn't closer due to bugs. Bro, I won tier 9 race to world first because like 1 or 2 people in Beef Bar fell through the floor going to a noob and they just fucking died mid-air because apparently the particles of oxygen between the fall and the ground was a real thing and broke their fucking pelvis. Do I look like I give a fuck, bro? I still won. Still won, though. Okay. So we have another pull where one of the people dies sort of on the pull. I think the reason why they're having these weird ass deaths on the pull is because when one of these small ads, you see these anima golems, when they get too close to each other, they buff each other. And when they buff each other and they're on a DPS, the DPS just evaporates. I think who are just now finishing Primo, so they are quite comfortably in the second seat. They pulled with him dead. Oh, that is probably a DC, yeah. I think that guy just anked, though. This guy just anked to come back. Oh, I really hope Sinky comes back. He is such an integral part to the Newman brand. Okay, but so who is about to do the wizards? Let me draw. They are about to do the four wizards before Dark Animus. Take some time. They're gonna do it. I think they're definitely gonna get to be second in command. I think they also are doing hidden logs and hidden streams for most of the PTR, but not all of it. I'm sure I've seen PTR streams from Cow Classic during this PTR. Yeah. I think they're one of the Giga Chat guilds that actually stream the PTR. If they're not, I'm sorry for spreading false information. At the end of the day, we live in a time and age where you can't trust a single source. XXUU streamed like 80% of it. Yeah, I think they streamed a lot of it, but maybe not the final PTR week. Okay, Sinky is back. Okay, guys, Newman is so back. We're so back, boys. Type, we're so back, if you believe that Newman got this. Yes, I just realized, I think Progress have killed Durumu and is now trying to make a comeback, right? Maybe if Newman keep having problems with disconnects or something else happen, we can see it. This interrupting jolt is gonna be huge. Okay, nobody died. Very nice, very nice. So they're still in it to win it. I really think the only way any guild catches up to Newman now is straight up raid wipes. Oh Oh, Shoop dying to stuff on the ground. Okay, sorry. You know what? I don't want this to be me flaming Shoop, but if you are a game designer at Blizzard and you make a red room with a red boss and you make the effects on the ground red as well, you are a fucking psychopath. And as a WoW player, I hate you. No demo banner for this jolt. Oh, they're fine. They're so fine. They're so fine. They got this. Okay, this jolt is gonna be huge. They're so fine on the jolts. Guys, I'm seeing some people express some concerns that they are getting advertisements. Look, bro, there's no button I press for you guys to get ads. At the end of the day, if you get ads, I'm sorry for you, but I'm sure you're gonna be back before this race is over anyway. I'm sure you're gonna be fine, guys. Okay, 10% is gonna maybe get one more anima font. Maybe like 2 more anima fonts. This jolt could very well happen. I think they're fine, no? I think if they kill it by this jolt, they can't go one more though. Yeah, you see, if they do one more jolt, I think they wipe, but I think they kill it before then. We're so back. I think both Durumu and DA being killed is really good for Newman, because that's very hard content to do in tier 14 gear. We are seeing Who up here progressing Dark Animus as well. I'm not really gonna bring them up much more. I think Progress right now is out of the race. I think FFS is out of the race. And Newman is definitely in the driver's seat. Curious to see if we're gonna see some insane pull now going into Iron Con. The next boss that comes up is considered one of the easier heroic bosses, but there are layers of risk. So let's see what they do. Okay, Mass Stealth. I like it a lot. They're gonna follow it up with a second Mass. Ooh, did they pull? Oh my god, that bat was about to ruin everyone, dude. Okay, follow up Mass Stealth. Okay, no. Just going out. Okay, taking these spiders with them. That is one more trash pack. Let's see. I don't think they are really... I don't think they wanted this trash pack. Because it looks like they are killing it off rather than going for the boss. So they're pulling the 2 mini bosses, keeping the rest of the trash. You see these lions over here. So going for the somewhat safe route. I think this is the responsible thing to do. You can pull these 2 with the boss, but it is not even guaranteed that it's a DPS increase because of the charges and the annoying shit. I think killing off these 2 makes sense when you are ahead. That is really, really good. That's actually a considerable amount of damage here. I saw that Shoop, the guy we're spectating, did get an item upgrade on the previous boss. He was assigned to need on it. You see, the WoW Sims, then he will import the WCE string and JSON, geared equipped only. I'm pretty sure now that he is taking that string, putting it into his web browser for simming, then he is gonna copy the JSON profile back. But he is fucking up, I think. Okay, so right now on second monitor, I think my man is currently on second monitor doing it. Import, JSON, accept, reforge. Okay, so they're pulling in the Quillans with the boss. I like it, I like it. moly, dude. The Prot Paladin damage here on pull 800k. I'm gonna break 1 million possibly. I wonder how long they're gonna keep these little Quillens alive. How long are they gonna be able to use it for the Prot Pala actually? I want you guys to just appreciate the fact that, look, I've been doing PTR with... They are not as good players as Newman and Progress, yeah? But we were doing this boss with 15 more item level than these guys. And our kill times were so much slower. We were playing more healers, our tanks were doing literally no DPS. We have DPS players that are basically there just to be placeholders and buying items. They couldn't play the game if their life depended on it, dude. It's so nice to see what the best classic players are able to do in tier 14 gear with some mixed in random pieces of tier 15. They are doing so good damage here. Breaking 1 million DPS. Psh. Yeah, it's gonna be nice to look at the log later and see the damage on the boss. People are telling me that Step Brothers are about to pull Dark Animus. What is this? The battle for second is ongoing, bro. I think who just managed to kill Dark Animus? They did, right? First pull, first kill. Really consistent. Really nice to see that who is in this race. They have been consistently performing for many tiers, but they never managed to break into top 3. I don't think they insta-wiped on the first pull. Okay, it's good that you guys keep me posted, but this is probably gonna be like one of their best placements in Classic, and they're doing great. I'm really hoping they can keep this raid quality up. So they are doing the same. They're doing the 2 mini-bosses together with the spiders. Progress is still on Dark Animus, quite far behind. Step Brothers is about to start Dark Animus, really impressive work. Yeah, but don't let the current lead by Newman be too much of a, oh my god, the new world leaders guy, bow to your overlords. The reason I think why Progress is nowhere to be seen right now is because they were just completely bricked at the Rumu. Before that, it was pretty close, but Newman was ahead. I think I had them 45 to 50 seconds ahead, actually. Sleepo accidentally wiping at like 15-16%. Oh, that's rough. We're definitely gonna follow them once the race concludes. Guys, my plan is to shoutcast the race to world first, do some interviews, but I'm also gonna cover the other guilds. This is, at the end of the day, a huge day for the MOP Classic community. We get new content, we get some of the best raids in MOP to be released, and it's so far been pretty good. Keeping the boss in the center and skipping the tornado is super impressive, actually. I really like that. They're just murdering this boss. Okay, I mean, the way they did this is so far from how my group has been doing it. The boss is so dead. They don't like, we kill it over here when we play with our GDKP. They just keep it in the center and they murder this boss. Disgusting, absolutely disgusting. So I'm seeing some people in the chat ask, is that real Deep Shades? And I think the answer is yes. I think that is the guy who was really famous back in retail. He has been playing with Newman now in MOP, and I think the reason why you guys are like, oh my god, is that the real Deep Shades, is because nobody remembers when you don't win, right? So right now they are in the driver's seat, so people are like, I recognize that guy. But you guys are used to me streaming and being ahead, and then nobody cares about who's behind me, right? But now you guys are like, oh my god, this guy is famous. Oh, congratulations, I'll let you have this one.
In the year 2000, I think I'll probably be the spaceships on the moon dictating robots, or if something's gone wrong with their nuclear bombs,
10%?
I maybe sort of coming back from hunting in the cave.
Immediately yanking. Immediately yaking on stream. It's Jake's, bro. Okay, let's see how they get to twins now. Are we gonna see a double mass stealth again? Hugging the sides. It would be faster to go close and mass stealth. Pussy moves. Okay, whatever. It's easily a Pythagorean theorem, right? This is a shorter distance. Cringe. If there's a square-shaped room, you take this route if you can. If you go like this, you are cringe and don't know basic math. Idiots. Stepbrother is wiped on Dark Animus. That is unfortunate, but it can happen. Progress is now making their way to Ironhorn. Pull timer in 12. I like this. High-paced. Helpstones up. Good shit, good shit. I like this, I like this. So, if you're just tuning in, there are only 3 bosses left on the side of Newman. You got these twins coming up. Then you got Li Shen, which is gonna be the hardest content apart from Lich King Heroic in Classic so far. And then you got Radan, who is not nearly as hard, but can still be a bit problematic. Sleepo has killed. I think I had Sleepo. Let me see. I have Sleepo down here actually, guys. And okay, so I think we got all of the main actors now. So I think who is second? I think that Progress is probably third. Then we got Sleepo. Then we got FFS and Stepbrothers probably sharing the 5th spot right now. Okay guys, I have a small problem, and that is the fact that the playlist is about to end. I did not prep for this race to last this long. Sykes, of course I did. This Brewmaster is cranking again. Stepbrother's wiping again. So Stepbrothers is having a bit of a Dark Animus moment. It's okay, I have that at Monday morning sometimes myself. The other people are progressing Ironhorn, and this fight is a bit of a joke. The only thing that's interesting is how they're gonna use their different animal power-ups. I believe they rushed Zhuan at the start, meaning that they still have the damage from Chi-Ji. It's kind of interesting. Normally, I see a lot of people starting with this one, saving Shuan for the waves that happen maybe around 3rd power-up. So this is a bit aggressive. is about to get pushed, and then we're gonna get a bit of an easier fire. So this is Zuen, so now we're dealing with that one. While we're just watching this unfold, in my opinion, there is not any content that comes close in terms of difficulty. Yulon being used, by the way, interesting. Makes sense. They're saving Shiji possibly for when they have both of the twins up at the same time. We'll see when they use Ni Zhao, though. Maybe the last one. Heroic Lich King and Li Shen is in a tier of its own. Everything past that dies on first pull. Like, it doesn't matter which boss is the third hardest, fourth hardest. Like, this isn't some fucking anime where we try to figure out if Son Goku could beat Superman or some cringe shit. I'm just telling you that in terms of data, Lich King Heroic, Li Shin Heroic, they are the same. You could make a case for Algalon to be possibly in a tier of its own, because all three of these bosses have no public kills from the PTR, but they still are killable, sorta. So that's what I'm basing that on. If you want to put Ragnaros Heroic in Firelands into this mix, I need to remind you that his geysers didn't even work. He was a joke. I think a literal child could kill Ragnaros on release. Ni Zhao used. Okay, so they use Ni Zhao. They're hiding behind there. They're about to push to get both of them to come out, and then they're gonna put Chi-Ji when they're cleaving both, I would guess. It's kind of interesting. The damage meter is maybe a bit lying to you guys, because I think some of these guys might be doing damage to cleave. I've seen some weird globals being used, killing off small ads under the boss, which can make you look really good to your audience, but probably it's just griefing vengeance on the tank and making the kill slower in some instances. So don't stare too much at this and think that it's representative. There might be a rogue, for example, that is just like pumping priority damage. So Chi-Ji has been used. You can see here the cranes. It's nice. Nice. So only 10% more to go. Chi-Ji is pumping again. That's nice to see. Ads are slowly dying. Come on, guys. Let me see this. Another 10% to go. There's no risk of injury. Possibly you could have cut the healer. I really think that some of these fights you probably could have gone even more aggressive. You can see the healing done profile here. Maybe they could have gone -1 and gained some kill time. Maybe the added risk isn't worth it. So now we're gonna see something really interesting here. I'm very curious to see how they're gonna reach Li Shan. Okay, so he accidentally bonus rolled a tier. Tier items are like shit bonus rolls because you don't have any realistic way of going and getting the tier item. So it's a dead item. Okay, so first, mass stealth. Okay, let me see what they do here. Do they have any... Okay, they got TBC boots. Okay, this might be really cooked, actually. Oh my god, he's so slow. And then they need to click the platform. Okay, cloaking device to drop combat to then be able to click. One guy left the raid. Tank died. It could be death into relog. Let me see what they do here. Okay. Oh my god, why does this guy not have a quick talent weak aura? Can somebody tell this guy that there's like a quick talent weak aura and he doesn't have to click the fucking yes button of... August doesn't work anymore. Oh, is that fixed for now? It worked for me. Up until the PTR at least. My bad, my bad. My bad. I'll take it back. Wait, you got a 535 200 weapon? Nice.
Where I can free my mind. I hear the sounds of the season.
Okay, so if you haven't done Li Shen recently, you play the fight in quadrants. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to keep the boss in a quadrant, in this case here, so that he charges this place, but you don't want it to go to maximum charges. So you want to drag the boss eventually. After that, the boss is all about spreading and stacking. It takes some time to learn. It's a bit of a coordinated dance. So you might be like, okay, Anfal, but why are there no public logs of this guy dying? Number one reason is the fact that the boss transition did not work until the last 72 hours of the third PTR. So that means that guilds had way less time to practice this than they had on other bosses. So that is a huge part. Stacking for static. I'm not sure if they're using these unharnessed powers for vengeance stacking, or if those are because people were too close to each other. I would like to think it's because they're trying to harness the vengeance to make their prot paladin just go bananas, but I don't know. Okay, thunder happening. He's gonna get knocked back, and probably you can have so many ways to get back. So if you get knocked back off from the platform here when he transitions, you're always gonna be fine. Not yet though. Okay, so this is the third plat. You can kind of control there. Another, I think we got 2 ads spawning there, still going on the main tank. Quadrant. I have a bit of a hard time understanding the percentages here, but I think it's at like, here it says 92, 88, 82, and this is the third one that they're doing now. They're gonna push the boss in just a few percentages, so they're meeting the DPS check nicely. Let's see here. He's gonna try to get knocked towards the quadrant that he wants to be in. Now, you need to split the raid up. You can see that they have some portals up. And you're gonna have a dance where you spread out and then stack up again. So this is a very interesting way. So here you need to stack up and share the damage. Easy. Now you need to soak these little pools. 1 guy per pool is enough. Nice. Then you need to stack up. Oh, he's gonna soak it on his own. He's gonna use defensive. Nice. Overcharge, need to stack up. Nice. Nicely done. So each of these quadrants had to play that in that type of way. Need to soak these pools, or they get a lot of ads. No ads, I think. Extremely clean first 4 quadrants. Nice, nice, nice. Stacking for a static. Nice long.
I don't wanna see you leave me.
Okay, so now it's a bit of rinse and repeat from before, but the boss do get more powerful as the fight goes on.
I don't wanna see you leave me.
While we're doing this, I can see twins have been pulled. I believe by both Who and Progress. I have a hard time seeing who could be in the lead here. But I think Dark Animus has died over here, which is really nice. Something like that. Okay, so rocket booting for uptime should be fine, but if you get another spread and stacking phase, it's kind of nice to have rocket boots so you're able to soak if you get a really bad spread of these blue worlds. But I guess as a warrior you have so many options, right? So it's fine to use rocket boots for that, I guess. The DPS meter is not super telling of how the fight is actually going, because you can see that when all these ads are spawning, the DPS warrior is using Blade Storm, making him look a lot better than what it possibly needs to look like. Alright, if Durumu was bugged, I guess there's a way that Li Shen is also bugged. I don't think we are past the point of him being bugged yet. So, at least I don't think the bug has happened yet. That could happen. Progress is definitely second now. The major problem with him during the first rounds of PTR was the intermission overlap of abilities. Let's say, for example, you were playing in this quadrant, you could get spread and stack abilities happening at the same time. And then you were like, are we stacking? Are we spreading? And even if guilds tried to figure out which was the way to do it, it was incredibly hard. It was killable, but probably way harder than it was intended. Okay, let me see what they do here. So one quadrant is fucked. So they're down to 3 quadrants. Accidentally spawning at least one ad. One ad is fine. Stacking. Clean. Okay, 2 out of 4 quadrants are done. Let me see what they do here. Lost. Time warp has been used, so they're really trying to push here. See the energy going up. Yet though. Getting good damage on the boss here. Maybe this is the item level that they really got. Three ads, completely manageable. They get the ball of lightning. He's gonna Blade Storm now, probably. Yeah, you can see Blade Storm, and you can see the warrior being like, "Look at me, chat. Look at me, chat." Okay, looks very controlled. I like what I'm seeing. Very controlled management of CDs. You can see some of their CDs being lined up. This is using MRT as a way to coordinate CDs. Something that Classic started doing during Lich King Heroic, which has been a staple in retail for a long time. I have to say that this is looking very good. Progress has a player DC'd. Oh no, do they? Let me see if I can. Here, let me check. Can't really tell based on this. I think he's back, no? This look clean. Ah, this is Foji assignment. Okay. Alright. Warrior dies. They should have, yeah, they have 3 combat dresses. They've had such a clean pull here. They're making it look really easy, just like a ballet company makes a very complicated modern dance or ballet look simple. But then when you try to dance ballet yourself, I'm sure you guys can relate to this because you are all like aesthetically interested in moving your body rhythmically. It's really, really fucking hard to do what they just did. But that was a bit anticlimactic. They did it really clean. Okay, raw then. Okay. I mean, you guys are saying he coined Axe, but there's only 1 fight left. And he already had a 535 item level weapon. So it's not really that big. I think him getting this though, like getting that meta gem and that socket in, that is probably a better DPS increase than, I don't know. I'm just speculating here, but going 535 to 535 is really not that big. The people in the chat saying Fury time, you guys are... You're smiling as you're typing that. You don't believe in it yourself. There's no way you are sitting in my chat being like, oh, he could go Fury. It's a very realistic choice. Like, he could do it. If that's what you genuinely think, you are delusional, but I think you are rage baiting me, actually. Okay, that guy's... What did Cow Classic do? I'm sorry? Hello? Reload? Okay, he's back. I was like, did my guy just rage quit? Okay, lusting on pull to get an early start on Radan. Guys, I really think this is it. The only way they fuck this one up now is if they have some disastrous coordination here that... I just don't see it happening the way they were so well coordinated before. I don't know how the fuck that would be possible, but I mean, I guess. Yeah, no, they're up to 3 warlocks. Possibly gate angle. Deep Shades making the other warlocks look like scrubs. I respect it. This is really nice. I really like the way that the weak auras that they're using is telling them what to do and doing basically all of the coordination. The players don't have to think. The players can just focus on doing their rotation and assignment, and their movement is being coordinated by a weak aura. Like, kill red. You don't even need a raid leader at this point. Everything is so scripted. It even says who's next. Like, it prepares people for who gets the Vita and who is next. You see this? It's basically playing the game for them. It's so powerful. And I saw a comment in the chat, people saying this is some retail shit. I mean, we are looking at how the game is being played in a way. Oh, main tank dead. He's rests. Tank has him. We are watching how the game is being played by thinking about it as people standing on the shoulders of giants. The tactics were discovered way more than 10 years ago by people progressing it for the first time, like Method and whatnot. I think those guys got world first back then. Then we had the modern raiding scene with Liquid and Echo that have pushed weak auras and their powers to insane lengths. And why would classic players not follow in this technological development? So you're seeing guilds use modern retail approaches to kill content that was killable by people who had disastrous weak auras, disastrous user interfaces, toasters for computers. But now instead you have people with high FPS, incredible user interfaces and experiences, and the tactics are all available. Then you get raids like this. Look at the rotation here. What is this? This rotation weak aura, it is in alone so stupid. What the fuck? That's way powerful. Looking really nice. I think the only way Newman wipes now is if they let the balls reach the boss, because like it was mentioned in the chat, this rotational weak aura is not something new. You can have this in a Google spreadsheet, you can have it in other ways, but it's just playing the game coordination wise for them. It's really nice to see. I think progress is about kill Li Shan, which is nice to see. They're not about to get killed by Li Shan, are they? Smile? Wait, is that Wisp playing... that is Wisp playing Feral, actually. So they are playing Protpala Guardian Druid. Both guilds going for a bit different tank comps, actually. So another 33% to go. I think this is pretty cyclic encounter. I think it's just gonna be more of whatever you're seeing right now on your screen. As long as these corrupted animas don't reach the boss, it's done, no? We got I think that is the 5-minute CDs. Yeah, the fight is approaching 6 minutes. Well, it's a damn shame the way that Durumu bug was costing progress all their hopes of catching up, but we have seen a pretty clean performance on the side of Newman. They didn't really put their foot off the gas. The only thing I saw that was a bit extended by them was the way they did the trash before Ironquan. I think there is a way to do that even more chaotically and risk it even harder, but maybe they never want to do that. This corrupted anima is gonna reach. I think they're just gonna surge the boss. They say fuck it, dude. Manuel senses Dark Animus wipe. That's true. They did have a pretty disastrous Dark Animus wipe. Hey guys, I see you guys being upset about getting advertisements. It's not my fault that your geolocation IP is located in a country that Amazon wants to push ads. Like, if you don't want ads, just live in a country where no advertisers wants to pay to sell you ads. Like Romania. Nothing against you guys, but you guys never get any ads. If you live in the US and you are on Twitch, you will get obliterated by ads. I'm sorry. GG's, Newman, you guys fucking owned. That was really good, actually. You guys saying GG's? Let's see if Shoop is down to speak, no? Alright. Alright. Okay, so the winner POV, congratulations to Newman, well deserved. All it took was for me to not be there. Congratulations, you guys are big players, dude. Okay, let me see here. Okay, I actually got an interview coming up right now. Hey, let me see if we can get this to work. First, do you have my stream on second monitor, Shoop? Yeah, please do, because I have something that I would like to get your comments on, actually. You think it's about this race in particular? Yeah, I also want to, I can't wait to show you, actually. So let's see here, let's go here, let's swap out this image. So, okay, here. So this is me trying to reach you the last 2 races. Wait, hold on, wait, they can't hear you, let me cook. Okay, I need my chat to relax. I got something. Hold on. Let me get this application audio capture. Okay, can you speak now, Shoop?
Hi. Hello, I'm full stream.
Can my chat confirm that they can indeed hear the subject? Perfect. Okay, so first off, before we get into the interview studio, I have something that I would like to get your comment on. This is not the first time you appear on this production. I've called you numerous times. You're always super stoked, proud of your performance. You did great. Now, I want to take you back to tier 14. Where maybe the performance wasn't so stellar. This is what you told me when I tried to reach out. Let me see. I'm leaking DMs. I don't give a fuck, bro. Before you say...
Sometimes you're just a bit tired, you just want to go to sleep after a loss. It is what it is. It is what it is, man.
I'm just saying that when you come to my stream post-race and you only want to do interviews when you win, it comes off a bit of a hypocritical,
That's
you know?
That's not true. That's not true. We did an interview when you guys won Heart of Fear.
That might be true, actually. Maybe I'm giving you too much shit. Okay, let's get into the studio.
This was toes, bro. I honestly, I gotta wake up in like 6 hours for school, you know? But... I will give you this.
Oh my god, people are telling me music is too loud, they can't hear you. You're loud as shit to me. Okay, hold on. What is this? Can you speak?
Hello?
I mean, you're super loud. Hold on. The audio guy is having issues today on my stream. It's not you, it's me. Okay. Okay, now? Hello?
Hello?
There's no way they can't hear you now.
Yeah, I mean, surely, bro. I mean, they might have hearing issues, but surely it's fine. Hello.
Okay. They're saying it's perfect, so I'm gonna take their word for it. Okay, could you take a moment to just briefly introduce yourself to the audience so they know who I'm yapping with here?
Hi, I'm Shoop. I am a warrior in Newman. I've been playing with Newman ever since I joined, like midway through tier 11. I took a bit of a hiatus in RAF, but I came back for Kata. And I've been racing with them ever since. And this is my fifth race? I'm not sure. Sixth, I don't know. 5 or 6. I've been with Newman for like almost 2 expansions now.
Yeah, I mean, you are usually the guy that I bring up on my stream when we want to watch Newman. Today, we started off by having you guys as the runner-ups. Progress on main monitor, Newman as runner-ups number 2. But you guys already by the second boss had a small lead, have you heard anything about what happened to your competition today?
People who were on my stream might have heard that I heard something about the competition. Because I sort of crashed out at Blizzard numerous times during my stream, during the race. I muted myself on Discord and had to vent a little bit, because otherwise I was about to explode, maybe jump off the rumor platform. But yeah, I mean, I heard progress. I mean, I heard we both wiped to the rumor, because the red ad didn't appear. And then we pulled the boss another time, and then all 3 ads appear for us, and no ads appear, or I think 2 ads only appear for progress, so they can't kill the boss. So essentially, they got fucked by Blizzard. I have no idea how the race went off there for them. We eventually wiped on Dark Animus, which wasn't great. It was a bit of a sloppy run off there. Like, even considering the Duruma, let's discount that, it was still a bit of a sloppy run after that. Maybe it was the tilt, who knows. But, yeah. Honestly, we both got fucked by Blizzard, but they got fucked harder.
Yeah, at the end of the day, racing for World First in MOP Classic is all about who can get fucked the hardest. But today, you guys did actually perform. Even though you're like, oh, we played a bit sloppy, wasn't great, it looked kinda good from the outside perspective. Apart from the buggy mess that the rumor was, how did you guys feel about Li Shen? Because I believe that fight was buggy up until the very last 72 hours of the PTR. Can you walk my stream a little bit through that?
So essentially, this is last week was our 3rd PTR sessions. This is no flame towards the developers that work at Blizzard. This is purely towards Blizzard as a company and the resources they give the developers. The first and second week, we had 0 fixes. Essentially 0 fixes. The only thing we got was we could teleport to different bosses. Their fix for the Rumu was that the boss just died on pull because they had no idea how to fix it. The week starts, this last PTR week starts with the Rumu being completely bugged. Everything is completely bugged. So their solution is, we're gonna extend the PTR for you guys, so you guys can practice more because it's bugged. The whole week goes, the only thing they remotely fix is Lei Shen, which is still bugged, by the way. There's still some bugs that is going on Lei Shen. But he is, your question was, what is going on with Lei Shen? Essentially, he was working a different way before, which was super buggy, and then on Saturday, I believe they changed him and sort of fixed him to be in a more killable state for the most amount of yields. So
it was overall very low amount of fixes. Some of bosses weren't accessible for the second round. We get a 3rd round of PTR. I think the only time I've had a 3rd round of PTR was ICC, where it was a lot more work that needed to be done and things got improved. Whereas in this time, it didn't really seem like they did much until the last 72 hours or so. From your perspective in this race, however, we saw some really cool things from you. Can you walk me a little bit through how you personally play Yi-kun when you flew up there and just soloed an entire egg pack?
Essentially, I was pushing towards... I mean, Warriors a single target is sort of poor, and we are way better on AoE, so I was sort of pushing towards Warriors trying to, like, solo platforms, only having one guy sent up. Even without a feather, if I have Recklessness and all my cooldowns, I can still solo a platform before the ads spawn. But what I did is I picked up a Feed Young buff, which gives me 110% damage, and then I went up with Blaze Storm and all of my cooldowns to go up. So essentially, I just played the boss.
Yeah, because I mentioned to my stream that by you going up there, and you use some of the buff uptime to clear an entire nest, you allow for other people to stay on the boss. So it's overall really good if you do it that way, because people are wondering why you were wasting the buff. And, well, some people need to have things explained to them. Or maybe you are just padding to look good on meters. Thoughts?
I mean, hey, maybe. It does look a little bit better on details, but it also saves like 5 or 6 people from having to waste 10 seconds of their uptime having to fly up and down. There's no way to increase your fly speed while you're flying, so...
I guess those are the best things, when you look good on meters and it's not padding at the same time.
Exactly. Bro, you don't know how much I was salivating on Ironcon, bro, with all the dogs, man. All I want to press is fucking Thunderclap Bladestorm, but I have to hold for my dog shit tanks. Sorry, no flame. They're fucking amazing. I just say that is a mechanic that you can funnel into tanks.
Yeah, I mean, every guild I've watched, I think the main tank has been not only the guy responsible for positioning and leading the way, they've also been topping damage by an incredible amount. I think the guy that was tanking almost all of your content was Midori, correct?
Yeah, and honestly, I said dogshit tanks just because I'm frustrating. I'm just really frustrated right now with everything I talked about earlier. But they played amazingly. The tanks played super well. They were able to. Foji was the main raid leader, but Midori and Ken have to pay attention to so many things. But at the same time, they're also utilizing. I mean, they're maximizing their vengeance and absolutely blasting because it's so important that they're actually managing their funnel correctly. Because I mean, if you look at the fucking damage breakdown, they're doing basically 2 or 3 times everyone else. So they have the most important job. Every single second they can fuck up by not getting an external, by moving the boss poorly, but they played pretty much perfectly, so hats off to them.
Yeah, I think let's see, the results are in. I'm gonna pull it up on my stream right now. Let me see if I can bring you with me. 1 sec, I need to copy over the audio source. I tried really hard today to make sure that the VOD is not gonna get muted. It's gonna get muted, but at least people can hear you.
Yeah.
So let me see. I have the Warcraft logs page right here, and you guys, the only boss you weren't first to kill was Jinrock. That was killed by FFS, but ever since you guys were ahead, essentially. And it looks like Who is actually going to be the first guild to follow you guys to kill Radan. They had a pretty good performance.
I see. Wait, did Progress just stop playing?
No, let me see. I think Progress has actually killed Radan. Let me just see. I think they killed it.
Okay.
It just isn't up.
Oh, I see. Okay, makes sense.
You know, when you are first in the world to kill, you publish the log instantly, right? But when you are second, you're not in a rush anymore, are you?
No. I mean, I don't think Progress
should. They
feel
got
bad
second.
at all.
Despite everything, they got second. So at
Yeah.
least they got that going for them. Were you guys actually live logging?
I'm unsure. Let me see. Actually, Can you look at the log?
People are saying that you guys were live logging. If that's the case,
It might be
then,
true.
That would make my life so much easier, because then I can pull boss kills and stuff from Warcraft logs page instead of having to have multiple streams as a way to track it. Well, we can probably look at that for future races, because there's one more race in this tier, and that in this expansion, and it's Siege of Orgrimmar. Now, with the frustration that you've expressed and everything, you just won. You're back on top. You did a decent race. What are you gonna be doing now until you got the possibly Siege of Orgrimmar in the future? What's next for you?
Next for me is honestly just a little bit of a just relax, do splits, do a couple of GDKPs, stream a bit. It's been really hectic with preparing for Throne of Thunder, and I'm not going to start preparing for Siege of Orgrimmar personally for at least a couple of weeks. It's just I need a bit of a mental break after this absolute abomination we had from Blizzard. Again, I'm fucking beating a dead horse at this point, but it wasn't even about the fact that Blizzard didn't fix stuff. It's that they didn't tell us anything. And then their solution to not having fixed anything is they force us to play more. And you might say, oh, you don't have to play, but they're banking on us to play, right? Like they're betting on us playing, because if we don't play, not specifically us, but like all the top guilds, if they don't play, they're not going to get data. So they know they're essentially forcing us to play more when most of us didn't want to. Like the reaction on voice comms was pretty much just despair. Or, not fully despair, but it was not something that people were really looking forward to, because people had made 3 days off, and then we were gonna have to make another 3 days off. Like it's not nice.
Yeah, well,
communication is at an all-time low.
Maybe it will make you feel a bit better that thanks to you guys playing these insane hours and coming through for Blizzard, we had no bugs now in the race. It was a great experience for everyone. The room was fixed, and it didn't really...
Hell yeah!
Like, all of these effort that you guys put in, it really gave everyone a great experience. So thank you so much for the hours that you're putting in to bug testing for us. It means a lot.
Oh, yes. But before I head out, I do want to give another props to Foji. He, and honestly everyone in the guild, because the amount of attendance we were able to get with this poor communication from Blizzard on their end was really, really nice. And people really, they pulled up. There was a bit of drama, There was a bit of drama. Of course, there's going to be a bit of drama for playing for, pretty much 6 days in a row. But the mentality that people brought was really, really good, and the motivation. So, hats off to everyone in Newman. Love you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy for you guys that you managed to perform well in the race. I'm a bit sad that I had a similar experience in Tier 9, where you could always be a bit like, well, the only reason we won is because of X, Y, and Z. But at the end of the day, it's all about performing with the boys, and you guys did do well. So who cares what happened? Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, you go celebrate. Hope you guys can pull yourself out of the despair. And when you say that you're gonna take a couple of weeks before you start Siege of Orgrimmar, you haven't forgot that it's like Christmas holidays and shit soon, right?
Yeah, I'll probably be off there New Year, so I start like looking into guides and stuff like that to prepare mentally. I'm just gonna, raid log, do a couple of GDKPs.
Yeah,
Or is that what you mean?
I just hate it when like traditions and family come in the way of me preparing for the next race. It's so bad that with the timing with Christmas being so close, now you can't just go deep straight into Siege of Orgrimmar straight away. That sucks, dude.
Yeah.
All right, take care, dude. Go tell your guys that we really appreciated watching the skill display. Best of luck, man.
Thank you very much. Take care, bro.
All right, guys, that was Shoop. I'm sorry for the audio, by the way. It's because I tried so hard today to get the audio to split up Spotify and everything so that the VOD will not get perma-muted when I publish it afterwards. Because, let's be real, you guys that are in the chat right now, the fact that you guys are awake right now to watch this, if you're European, is concerning. Seek help. Secondly, I appreciate you guys a fuck ton. I have to go to work in a couple of hours, catch a train. I slept for a couple of hours after coming home from work, and now I'm here. So I really appreciate that you guys hang out like this, because this is what I really enjoy. Let's see if we can get up. Oh my god, am I gonna be able to get up? Hey, you wanna chat a bit about the race? Just had Newman on would be nice. Okay, guys, what do you think? Will I manage to get one of the progress players to come on stream to speak, or do you think that they are just mega despair right now? I mean, honestly, if I was in progress right now, all right, I've reached out to 2 of the guys. We'll see if any of them wants to come on. But it's possible that they are just kind of devastated. Look, this says Go Tamfal. Thank you for giving great content. No, thank you guys, actually. The fact that I'm sitting here in the middle of the night while my wife and daughter are sleeping in the room next to me, and I am just so alive. Like, it's so cool to be excited about these type of things, and I really appreciate you guys being here. I'm back, Bithes. Oh, that's like Spanish, right? I'm back, Bithes. Says TLDR. We didn't even get the chance to perform. Yeah, I mean, is that a bit of cope though? Like, if you look at the score sheet, the disaster happened here, right? And let me see if I can update this. Like, they were just behind Newman, that is true. But they were still behind Newman. So yeah, I don't know about this. If they would have been in the lead convincingly all the way, then maybe. The Rumi onwards, they were faster. Oh, that... But it's very hard to speculate like that, I think. Oh, the other guild hasn't killed Radan yet. Newman wiped on Dark Animus, Progress one-shot. That is true. That is true. Progress had a very nice kill. Okay, let me see. Can I do it like this? Bing, 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 bing. Oh, that's disastrous. Reports. Tot. Encounters. Compare. Bookmark. Boom. Let's go to progress log and we go break it down boss by boss maybe. Bing, 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 bing. That's a smile. Lexulas upload. My goat. Compare. Bookmark. Tot. Okay. Credit says Newman had info they were ahead and were more safe after. You can't compare splits. Yeah, it's a bit like Progress in Heart of Fear, where they were comfortably ahead. Progress had higher item level average actually. Possibly. Yeah, I mean, that's a bit. Let's see, how many different classes did the guilds utilize? Oh my god, this is a bit tricky to just count like this. Maybe it's easier to just go like this and see how many lines there are. Yeah, there are more lines on this side for sure. But it could be army and skull banners pushing that line. Alright, let's look at Jinrock. Jinrock, let's see, blue is progress, no? Yeah. So Jinrock kill time, Newman. Horidon, Newman. Council, Newman. But progress pulled the trash into it, so Tortos, progress, but Newman pulled trash into it. Megara, Newman. Jikun, Newman. Durumu, Newman. Primordius, Newman. Dark Animus, progress. Ironcon, progress. Twins, Newman. Lishan, progress. Radan, Newman. So I think overall faster kill times on the side of Newman, but not by a lot. Alright. Let's see. See if I can get anyone from the boys to come on. Charizon says 15 extra minutes on the rumor. The race was decided by 7 minutes, no? Yeah, but I think it was Radan 7-minute comparison, and then if you go to, yeah, you can look at it like this, right? If you look at the Durumu kill, there is a 13-minute difference when Durumu dies, and then it's only 7 minutes when Radan dies. So there's like a 5-minute gap shrinking between Durumu death. But I mean, it's 1 minute difference at Jikun. So there is 1 minute favoring Newman. 1 minute favoring Newman. They are dead even at Tortos, minute-wise. Then it goes from 1 minute lead to 13 minutes, and then it starts shrinking again. So there are definitely segments that are favoring progress. Okay, let me see if I can get a progress player to come on. I think we got one. Hi.
Oh, hello, Anfo. Hello, how are you?
Okay, first off, I need my chat to tell me if you are super loud or not.
Sure, yeah, hello, everybody, hello.
Can you
Loud,
just briefly introduce yourself to the audience?
Sure, my name is CV, or Church. I played Mistweaver in progress just now in the race. And yeah, that was pretty much me.
Okay, so I have a couple of questions for you. I think last time we spoke, you've usually been on the winning side of these interviews, but this time you guys were 1 minute behind, but after Durumo you guys were 13 minutes behind. Can you walk me a little bit through what like what was happening in voice com during the Rumu? Like, what was the vibe like?
Sure. So, I mean, we did the first pull, and it was. I think when we wiped, we pretty much knew that it was still basically bugged at that point. So, we kind of just kept saying, like, trying not to really drag down the morale, and just kept saying like, keep pulling, keep pressing, and buffing food buff, and just keep going. We didn't know that Newman kind of like were basically ahead after like 1 or 2 wipes, so we just kind of just kept pulling, pretty much just trying to get through it as fast as we could and try and catch up, basically. So it wasn't as if morale like fully died. We just kept trying to get back at it as soon as possible.
Yeah, we were just now looking at the segments, right? And usually when you are far ahead, you can let your foot a little bit off the gas. We saw that Newman wiped on Dark Animus. I believe that you guys had a pretty clean raid after you got past the Rumu, correct?
Yeah, I think a lot of it was pretty clear, yeah, especially post the Rumu. I think until then we had like a couple of just couple of deaths in all sorts of places, but it wasn't really too significant. But after that, it was pretty good, pretty clean pulls all around, to be honest.
Yeah, I remember back, I gave this example before in the chat, back in tier 9, you and me were playing in progress and we ended up winning that race, but one of the major reasons we won was because the air particles were killing beef bar players when they were falling down to a noob. Now you are kind of on the other side of all of this, but this time it's a little bit of a different bug. We had Shoop on just earlier talking about how frustrating he felt it was that this was a bug that made the boss not playable for the most part of the PTR, and now it's not fixed when it goes on live. Like, do you have any thoughts about this at all?
Yeah, I mean, it's I just don't really understand why they would push something if it's not like fully tested, because I think that we were told that it's basically fixed multiple times, and to be honest, it just makes zero sense that they would just push something like this live and say that the raid is basically ready, it's ready to be released, etc., just because they have like a preliminary date, basically. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, it just is really disheartening, of course, and to me, at least personally, it just felt like the biggest waste of time. But yeah, that's my own personal opinion on it.
You are one of the players in progress that are competing in multiple versions of WoW, so now you just did MOP Classic Race, now you're probably gonna turn your eyes to whatever is the next competition. I'm curious to hear, what's next for you, Church?
Yeah, so I probably will take a break from MOP, I think, because this is, I mean, if Siege is gonna pretty much be like this, then I don't think I really want to be a part of that. And yeah, I'm just probably gonna put my full focus into Fresh, just finishing off Nax Remus in the best way that we can. Hopefully trying to compete with the #1 timers, despite the setbacks we've had in recent weeks. And yeah, going hard in TBC when it comes to it.
Okay, so right now it feels a bit disheartening and you're not really too excited about MOP Classic. There is one thing on the horizon as a Classic enjoyer, and have you been following the Chinese RAF scene at all?
Oh, I mean, people in Discord talk about it a lot, but yeah, I unfortunately don't have a lot of spare time to play like multiple versions of a game. I'm already kind of pushing it when it comes to Fresh and MOP because of all the stuff I have going on IRL. So even if I were to quit MOP, I don't think I would do any sort of China Classic Plus stuff. But when Classic Plus comes to Europe, which hopefully it does in the near future, and that will also be something to look at.
Yeah, that's probably what it's gonna end up looking like for me as well. I feel like the Classic Plus that they're trying out now in China is seeing some incredible numbers, and there's also a lot of Europeans and North Americans that are also having a great time over there. So maybe you and me will meet up once again when, the Molten Core Giants greet us.
Of course, yeah, of course. And this time, some more RAF racing in Nax Remus and Ulduar again, hopefully.
Alright, before I send you off, I usually give people a chance. Is there anybody in particular that you just want to shout out from Progress before I let you go and be with the team?
Yeah, Julius, Skin, Ghosting, Babyhoof. Sorry if I forgot a few names. These guys put in a lot of time and effort to theory craft all of the stuff when it came to TOT, all of the skips, etc. They put in so many hours of like private time and their own time to figure the stuff out. Shame that things ended this way, but big shout out to them. They were the driving force when it came to our participation in this race.
Yeah, I think that is one aspect that is very hard to shoutcast and to really get insights into as a spectator. So Shoop mentioned a couple of players in Newman that they were very integral to their success. You are now mentioning a bunch of people that are a bit unfamiliar to the community because they don't really make content or stream or show their gameplay, but
Yeah.
those really are the players that kind of carry parts of these races, I think.
Oh, for sure, yeah. It's all a lot happens behind the scenes, which a lot of people don't see. But yeah, big shout out to those guys, especially.
All right, I'm gonna send you on your way now, and I'm gonna see if I can get Julius to, not Julius, but Nexer to hop on. So you have a great evening, Church.
Have a good evening, Adful, and yeah, see you in a bit.
Yep, cheerio. Okay, guys, I'm gonna see now if I can get. Oh, hold up. Okay, let me see if I can get. Let me see. Step Brothers aren't done yet, right? There's no way. If Step Brothers are done, then they overperformed like crazy. Okay, they're on Li Shan. I respect that. I respect it. They're also on Li Shan. Okay, they're having a bit of a battle for what is it? Fourth, is it? Okay, let me just quickly look at who else is done right now. Race summary progress. Yeah, it's Who. Who did really well. If anybody is able to get in touch with somebody from Who, can you have them DM me on Discord? I would love to give them a chance to come on and share their thoughts. All right, while we wait, I'll do this. All right, let me see if Nexer picks up the phone. Calling Nexer. Yo, by the way, guys, this might be. There's never a good time, is it? But maybe now is the time. Let me see here. Okay, so as you guys probably know, I am. What do you say? This stream is. There we go. That's enough. So I just wanted to let you guys know that there is currently an ongoing Christmas sale. Oh my god, Black Friday just ended. Oh my god, Cyber Monday. Oh my god, Black Weekend. Shut up. Shut up. If Santa wanted you to have gaming peripherals, this is his sign, okay? This is what he's trying to tell you. So, of course, there is a Christmas sale that is regional based for Corsair right now. I figured I'll just let you guys know. And of course, there is, I think you can use Anfall 10 as a code to get some of the items cheaper. Not all of them though. And I don't get any kickback or anything from that. That is just what the best I can do for you guys. So might be good for you to know. So I have, as a good ambassador for the brand, decided that, yeah, I hope some of you check it out and maybe get a chance to grab some nice gaming peripherals. Let's see if we can get Nexer to hop on. Why won't he pick up the phone? Pick up the phone, Nexer. Pick up the phone. Amir says, can we talk about how they skip the tornadoes on IronCon? The way you do it is that you push the boss very, very rapidly. That's how you do it. Diamond 4 a day said, so sad hearing players give up on Blizzard's Pandaland. Yeah, it's a bit disheartening to hear some of the most competitive people out there feeling that their time and effort isn't really being respected by Blizzard. Let's see if I can get Julius to hop on. I swear to God, if Nexer doesn't pick up now, This is his last chance. He says, "Oh shit, I am coming."
Hey, buddy, what's up?
Okay, look, I know when I met you, you got a bit sad that I said that, "Oh shit, I don't recognize who you are." You're like, "Come on, you know who I am." And I'm like, "No, I'm sorry, I don't." You said, "It's Nixer," and I felt bad about it, but you don't have to ghost me 3 times when I try to call you for an interview. Like, what is this dick move, Nixer?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Alright, now that we got that out of the way, we've already talked a lot about the disaster bug at the Rumu, the fact that there were 3 rounds of PTR and still bugs made it to live that influenced the race. It made the race worse for everyone. Maybe people that are going to be playing this weekend is going to have to play bugged content despite people like yourself doing 3 rounds of PTR. I want to move past that, and instead I want to talk to you a little briefly about tank class choices for a raid like this, because Newman and you guys did not seem to be on the same page here. Have you looked at all what Newman did for tank comp?
Yeah, I believe they were playing Protpal and Brewmaster, right?
Yeah, exactly, for most of the fights. Do you have any fight in particular that you would like for me to bring up on the screen for my chat to see damage outputs that you think is like, why did they not play Protpala, where you think that Protpala is just king?
I think, I mean, Primordius is a pretty good example.
Yeah,
if you
sure,
pull with
let's
Trash.
bring it up. And then damage.
I'm actually not sure.
Right?
I'm not fully sure what they have done. Like I haven't checked their.
Wait, what the fuck, bro? Wait, sorry, I have the damage numbers here, and I have damage done to Primordius. And they did play Protpala for that, but he did 189k DPS, you did 486k?
Yeah, I mean, so essentially we kept all the Trash blobs alive, the big ones, the Malignant Oozes, and then the 2 off-tanks that we were playing were not allowed to cleave, so all the melees were hitting me, and I'm just getting eventual shield resets. I'm just funneling all that into the boss.
Yeah, I mean, this looks absolutely crazy, but, I mean, did you guys, I don't think I was spectating you guys too much at that point. You guys were pretty much neck and neck with who, but did you also keep the boss in the center? How did you guys do it?
No, we were kiting around, so we had the black oozes in the center, and then the boss was just getting kited around to avoid the healing from the blobs.
Okay, because even though you managed to do incredible DPS, it looks like whatever they did, they had higher raid DPS on that fight. Is there any other fight where you're like, yeah, Prot Paladin is king?
I would definitely check Iron Con. That's a good one.
They did the poll just like you guys did, so... Oh, this one is a bit tricky to watch because you did so much damage to random other mobs, I guess, but damage done to any mob in particular?
I mean, I think Quetzal is pretty important because that's the guy you want to hit to avoid the Windstorm being triggered.
Which one?
Quetzal.
There is
the
Quetzal.
second dog of the fight. This is phase 2.
Yeah, no, you did do almost 25k more DPS than the enemy Protpala. Yeah, I mean, pretty.
What's the damage to Ironcon? That could be an interesting comparison. I mean, depending on how long they keep the mobs alive.
I mean, you did 241k DPS, and the other guy did 91. And your off-tank Scarpa did 98, and their off-tank did 75. So the tank side, you guys were pretty dominating.
Yeah, I think we had this tank comp idea in mind because...
And they had higher item level than you guys.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, sorry, I'm just a bit... Okay.
No, so the reason why we're running this comp, or we decided to run this comp, is because, well, obviously Judy is really good for roaring, is a pretty good raid, pretty big raid even. So Roar has really high value. But if you look at the damage numbers, Druid is the only tank that, first of all, doesn't require to be actively tanking to be full value. So as Paladin and Warrior and DK, you have riposte. And well, Paladin doesn't have riposte, but Paladin has the Avenger Shield resets. So those tanks want to be actively hit. And then the issue with Monk, in my opinion, is that it just does too much AoE damage. And Paladin doesn't do that much AoE damage, so you're going to kill off or get aggro from the Paladin's mobs, which is going to significantly reduce the Paladin's value compared to anything else. So the way we played is basically the Guardian Druid just held off from pressing Swipe or Trash, and we're just doing single target rotation. So all the mobs were just on me the entire fight, or like any fight where we were doing this funneling strategies.
Yeah.
And I think if you play a Monk, you're either over-aggroing by pressing Rushing Jadewind, or even Suen, or best case you're just killing off the mobs, like way too early. And then that damage is kind of wasted damage, like it doesn't really translate into good value.
I can't wait for the tank podcast afterwards, where you get to like sit for 7 hours and explain every global for Iron Combo. But is there any other fight than Ironcon where you're interested to see how they perform? Because so far you've been kind of just shitting on the Protpala on the other side. Is there any fight where they play different comp, like Ginrock maybe?
Like we could see, it's a pretty straightforward boss. I think there's not much difference there, or shouldn't be even.
No, it's not. Holy moly, they got a lot of Stormlash value on that
Stormlash,
fight.
yeah.
Yikes. I can't believe you guys lost to another guild using more or better Stormlashes.
Yeah, it's the Stormlash difference. What can you do?
Deciding the race once again. Okay. Yeah, you overall looked really, really good this raid. Was there any like, what do you say, any segment where you felt like, ah, shit, we fucked this one up? I'm thinking about before you guys pulled Megara, you had to stand still for a long time, no?
Yeah, so we had some ninja pulls happening there, and we made the call that those people should just die, and they had to, like, first of all die, they had to run back in, we had to summon. It was a bit of a painful process, for sure.
Yeah,
not,
I noticed that you
very,
were standing there and you had already fixed your gear and you were still standing there like, well, I guess.
Anytime now.
Okay, so apart from you guys managed to go from being 1 minute behind on when Jikun died, you were 1 minute behind, and when you killed the Rumu, you were now 13 minutes behind. But then you managed to shrink this gap. Of course, when you're ahead, you can take it a bit more easy, but was there any part where you felt like, shit, we could have saved even more time? Like Megara Trash, you were saying we could have saved some time there. Was there any other parts?
Let me think.
No, I want you to have a prepared response every time. Like, we can't, like, content, please.
All right. No, I actually don't think so. I think, we obviously made some like micro mistakes, and it wasn't a perfect run. But I'm genuinely pretty proud of everyone. I think we played really good. I don't think we had any significant time losses. I mean, besides the Megara incident. But if you don't count that, I think everything was kind of on point.
Yeah, no, it looks like a bit different meta read, but it's also, I feel like MOP Classic is a little bit pick the player, not the class type shit. If you have a very strong blah blah blah, then let him play it, yeah. I guess. I think that is a good way to do it. Okay, so I've given everybody a chance to speak on this, so I'm gonna give you a chance. Like, some of the people in Progress and Newman play multiple versions of WoW, others just focus on one version. What's next for you, Nexer? What are you looking forward to now?
Well, I'm definitely gonna keep playing Mists of Pandaria. It's arguably one of my favorite expansions of all time, so I'm obviously having a lot of fun in it. But I'm also a little bit excited for TBC Classic, maybe. like a re-release. I don't think I would be playing with progress in that because I'm not looking forward to playing that hardcore or like doing speedruns. But just some casual fun with some friends, I think could be fun there every now and then. Because, I mean, let's face it, MOP is essentially just you raid once or twice a week and then just call it, and then that's the expansion. So yeah, TBC could be fun to spend some time a bit more casually.
Yeah, no,
But yeah,
I
MOP
can
is
see that.
definitely my main game.
No, I can totally see that it's fun to dabble into some other version and play that one a bit more casually, whereas MOP you kind of use raid log, and then when it's time to race, you step up the game time kind of. So
Yeah.
I know you have a lot of MOP experience from back in the day. You like this expansion. What do you think? Tier 14, 15, or 16? Marry, fuck, kill.
Well, for sure, kill tier 14. That's not even a question. Fuck tier 14.
Yeah,
It's not good.
For sure.
Damn. I would say kill tier 14. Marry Throne and fuck Siege. I think that's it. That's a good way to put it.
I think that's
I think
actually
Throne
how
is-
I would line it up as well. I have to say.
Yeah.
Okay, so one thing before I let you go. Now, my audience has been asking me, Anfall speedruns question mark, and I've been trying to tell them that I don't think that speedruns are ever gonna happen in MOP because it would be requiring so much of people and there's not that big of a scene. What are your thoughts about like speedrunning in MOP Classic?
I mean, it's a bit of a hard topic because, in my personal opinion, it could be fun, and I think right now the content is definitely there. Like Throne is a very speedrunnable raid, so to speak. But the issue is that these days, the way it works is you basically complete a race, you win, lose, it doesn't matter. You have like a few weeks of chill where you just do like splits, like take a few days off, whatever, you're chilling. And then essentially after a month of the race, you already jump into private servers and you start practicing for the next upcoming race. And that's like a weekly, once or twice a thing, so it's not super time consuming, but the fact you kind of have to do it, it's like taking away from potential speedruns. Like your focus is already on Siege of Orgrimmar, pretty much a few weeks into Throne Farm. And then not long after that, the PTR comes up. And yeah, I mean, our schedule is just, I don't want to say it's extremely busy, because it's not. But having to focus on current splits, current content speedruns, and then future content, private servers, and then PTRs is not easy.
No, for sure. I mean, that's one of the biggest reasons why I stepped down. I still love the game. I still enjoy the people that I played with, but it's just too intense the way that we play live version of the game, then we try to practice on private servers, and then we go on the PTR, and you pretty much have to cancel your in real life for that, and then you like it's a very hectic schedule if you want to do it right, and I don't think that speedruns has any place in that type of ecosystem, if you would like to call it that.
Yeah, I agree, sadly. But with that being said, I would love to speedrun Throne. I think it's pretty fun. It could be interesting, but the competition needs to be there. If there is no one to play against, then it's kind of pointless.
Yeah, I think in tier 14 there was a guild named Rename that were actually like pushing the times, and they were making other people look really bad. Sadly, this guild doesn't really compete in races for World First or anything, but we'll see. Maybe something happens now in tier 14. I guess we will see. I was just like you, that I only focused on MOP Classic, and there's so many people in progress that play multiple versions of WoW that there's just no room for speedruns, I think.
Yeah, I mean, that as well, exactly. So, I mean, essentially half of our roster is playing on the anniversary servers, which is just taking up a pretty decent amount of time, I would say.
Sorry, my little daughter is having a cough attack. She's having a cold, so she's coughing all night. So I'm gonna let you
I'm
go
sorry.
now. And you played really well. Sucks to see Bugs making it to live, and I wish you luck in Siege, bro.
Yeah, thank you very much. And yeah, I mean, it is what it is. We live, learn, and come back stronger.
I just want you to be reminded of the fact that you guys, you lost now, that I'm not with you again. So take that, you can tell that to the boys that, well, Ampal isn't here and we immediately lose. What about that?
That's true. The curse lives on. What can we do?
Now my daughter is really upset. I have to go and check. All right. Cheers, bud.
All right. Thanks for the chat. I'll see you
Yeah.
around.
Night. Okay, guys, I need to just quickly go and see what's up. Was it you guys? Was it you guys that messaged my daughter and told her that Progress lost? You have to understand that my daughter thinks that Progress cannot lose. So when you guys message her and tell her that, hey, just so you know, Dad's team just lost, she gets very upset. I would appreciate if you guys would go through me if you want to contact her, because she is at the end of the day only 6 months old. She has a very hard time regulating her emotions when she hears that bugged content made it to live. Okay? Yebbe says, did you see the overall raid damage from this cursed run, by the way? And her crank. There's no way my man just... Okay, you know what? Let's fucking look at this. You know what? I'm gonna compare you to the Enna Shamans on the other side of the table. So let's go for it. Everyone. Yebward. Okay, Yab. Let's see, fight by fight. I think you had a really good Jin, actually. I sent you a pad filter on Fall. There's no way my man sent me a pad filter. Let me see. This is such a Lex thing to have. He actually did. Okay. This is some Ulduar cringe. I need to go like this, and I need to go like that. Okay. Alright. Okay, of course Lex has a filter that makes him look really good. But now it's the same for both sides, actually. Yo, the monk on the side. Oh, this is just Jin Rock, by the way. Overall. Okay. It's kind of over. So over. But you did beat the enemy Ennas, I think. Smile. Yeah, Ultra and Farson. Okay, let's look at it. Who is the biggest Ennas out there? Yeb. Losing to Ultra. It's so over. Horridon. Yeb. Winning over Ultra. That's really big. So there's 1-1 Council. Losing to Ultra. 2-1 for Newman. Tortos. Come on, Tortos. Okay. Tortos will have to wait. Mega Era. Hoof Shamoon beating... I mean, you both beat them. Good job, you guys. Making me proud. Yikun. I think Yab had an insane Yikun, or? Okay, maybe you guys prioritized Enna Shamans a bit too much, or? How early did you guys get the buff, actually? Good job, though, Yab. Good job. Progress is winning. Oh, Durumu, my favorite fight. That's a good job. You beat him again. You're consistently beating the Newman Enna Shaman. That's what we like to see. This fight is insane, though, isn't it? Holy fuck! You were smurfing on the opposition. Makes me happy to see that the Progress Enna Shaman is keeping up the good vibe. Oh, did you lose? Oh, you lost horribly. It's so over. Dark Animus. I know you spoke to me before that Dark Animus is not your favorite fight, and I think the strat you guys are doing are kind of grief. Oh, you won this one too. Iron Con. Twins. This one is a bit skilled with flame shocking and shit. You won that one as well. Can this guy lose? I wonder. What the fuck? Did they bench their shamans? They did, or? They benched 2 Enna shamans for this. Oh, I guess. Fuck Enna. Useless class anyway. And on Ra then, they didn't play any Enna shamans. Well, good job, Jeb. You definitely is the gatekeeper of Enna shamans. Love to see it. Let's see. Cow wants you to write in his chat. Okay. His name is Cow Classic, right? Let's see if we can get an NA guy to come on. He is offline. Okay. Never mind. Riani is still playing, so that one is off the menu. He went to sleep, it's late. Okay. Jordy is still playing. Cleo, I think they killed it. Good job. Surprising many people that managed to clear the content. It's nice. But I think we are about to end the stream as well. I think I have one more guy I want to talk to. Let me see if he picks up the phone. Hello?
Hello.
Hey. Let's see.
I
think your audio is fine. Can you just briefly introduce yourself?
I'm Lex. I'm a big cranker for progress. That's me.
Okay, so one of my favorite parts of this shoutcast was when you guys were transitioning from Magera to G-Kun, and you did some crazy skip into a mass res, and I was so impressed. But Newman did something different, and they were faster.
I did the math anfall. Last damage event of Magera to first damage event on G-Kun. We were 2 seconds faster. That's what my logs say. I still think if we knew about the thing, we would have gone way faster, obviously.
Yeah, so even despite the stuff that you guys did, if you would have executed what they did a bit more cleaner, it probably would have been even bigger, right?
Yeah, I would assume so. I haven't actually watched them do it, but I would assume it would just be faster than the resing that we did.
But what you did looked really cool, so I think you should have that.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time trying to convince Julius to allow me to do it. He was not easy to convince. He did not like having the fate of the entire race on my shoulders, but I did it.
I was about to say, didn't you play really well this race? I think you had one of your better showings, no?
Yeah, I think I did good. It's hard, right? Because as Feral, there's no one to compare to really. While when I play on Holy, it's easier to compare to the other people playing. So,
yeah, for sure.
I think I did good. I think, I think I showed that Feral is actually good now. It's actually decent. It's worth to bring.
Yeah, I mean, oh shit, it counted so much Durumu damage. That might be weird.
You kind of spent a lot of time there.
Yeah, you guys did a lot of Durumu damage, didn't you?
It's hard boss.
That makes you look really good, actually. Feral viable question mark? Okay, now it looks better when we clean it up a little bit. Okay.
I'm cheating a bit as tank on Dark Animus. I don't know if I gained that much on Primordius as tank there compared to DPSing.
No.
But probably a little bit, I would assume.
But I mean, it's really nice to see, because you always advocated for Feral Druid, that is your favorite class, and right now you're kind of making it work, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've spoken to a couple of people here today, and I'm always curious to hear what are your plans now, Lex? What's next?
I mean, I think it's China #1 is what I'm leaning towards right now. Like, these devs obviously don't care. I feel like we haven't had a proper race since ICC, maybe. Like, I'm just thinking through, like, there just been a full expansion of just more than an entire expansion of just garbage releases where it has not felt like a good race, where we're on equal terms at all. So China or TBC, I think, is what I'm leaning towards right now. But I want to hear what the guild wants to do first, of course.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, a lot of people are gonna be like, nah, and looking elsewhere after a night like this, after these 3 rounds of PTR and bugs still making it into the live version. And then you see these other versions of WoW being much more attentive, getting attention from developers and whatnot. You got this Chinese Wrath. You've been playing it quite a bit, haven't you? What's your impression of it?
I'm enjoying it. It's I think they're doing a lot of changes that seem weird to me. Like, a lot of these class changes are like, why would you buff Rogue when it's easily one of the strongest classes in this phase? But I think it's good changes. I think just seeing the devs actually talk to people, like, it makes me it makes me happy. It feels like an actual, people, they care about the game. We're not just some random thing on the side that they tell the intern to go fix when something isn't working.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes when I come from a private server background where the developers often care a lot about the project because it directly correlates with how much they can make money from it. But I feel like when I play with Blizzard that I'm just a statistic, and they really don't care about, as long as I keep playing, they're happy. They don't really care about giving us the best version of WoW. That's at least how I feel.
Yeah, I agree. And I think a thing that China is doing really well is making the money, proving that they're really good at just microtransactions and all these things that I think in the West are a bit looked frowned upon, at least. People don't think it's good. There was this auction house amount on retail that was, I don't remember how much it was, $60 or something. Maybe it was 100, or it was a lot. And then in China, they have these $300 mounts every 3 months or something. So there's obviously a big difference in the demographic. But I think the way they do it in the East is better, because then they obviously care more about the game. They want the game to succeed, because then people will buy these random ass microtransactions. And I think we need more of that in the West, instead of just putting 4 versions of Classic on the same subscription as everything else, and then there's no way to see how much money you can actually earn, how much people care about the game, etc.
No, I think you're really onto something there. I think dedicating or trying to please the whales actually benefit everyone, as long as what the things the whales can buy is purely cosmetic. Once it starts getting into being able to buy straight up items that aren't accessible to non-whales, then we are in very deep, murky waters.
Yeah, I fully agree.
But okay, you managed to make Feral Druid work. Big respect for that. You guys played, I think, Feral off-tank as well, and that seems to have performed really well when I compare it to what Newman were playing. Your tank comp was really good. You played some off-meta classes. Your, I think, almost every... when I'm looking at the side of Progress and I'm looking at the side of Newman, most of the classes on your side managed to beat their equivalent on the other side. So that must at least be something that could feel a little bit of what do you say? Make you feel a little bit better. Boys performed, but Blizzard didn't, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I think no one can persuade me that we didn't play better today. We weren't better. We were better prepped. It's unlucky. We go again. Obviously, congrats Newman, but we owned. We gamed. We showed up, and I'm really happy with the performance of the guild. I think we did insanely well.
I think when I'm looking at their comp, one of the things that stand out is that they decided to play double mage. You guys played 0 mages. What can you let me in a little bit on like why is that? Their mages did a lot of good stuff, I think.
Yeah, like I think the mage isn't terrible, but it's just worse than warlock, I think, or a warrior, because Skullbanner obviously is insane. I think looking at the Newman roster, it seems like they're very front-loader in Stormlashes, and then they don't care about Skullbanner at all, where both of those buffs go very, very hand in hand, I think, and having a good mix of both is really good. But yeah, I think that's mostly the reason why we wouldn't run mage, is just we can get another Skullbanner from a warrior, or warlock is just better than mage. Mage doesn't bring anything special.
No, you're probably right there. Mage it's kind of there for itself. It's a bit like the Feral Druid, I guess. If it can carry its own weight, it can, but I mean, you did manage to outperform both Stormlash classes and the Banner classes, so I think you are pretty much in the clear.
Surely not including Skullbanner damage, don't worry.
No, of course not. Yeah, come on. Let's be realistic
I
here.
can't ask for too much, that is.
No, I mean, are you fucking cooked in the head? Or if I give Julius 42k DPS on the overall, he puts you in the dumpster.
It's insane.
And I think the Storm Lashes are a bit harder to spread out.
Yeah, they're more annoying for sure.
But okay, I'm gonna let you go and just relax now. I'll see if I have anybody else that I can harass and call. But other than that, thank you so much for coming on, Lex. Appreciate it.
Thank you for doing this. You know how
One
much
more
I
thing
appreciate
before you
it.
go. I know you said that, MOP Classic, I don't know. I really hope you and me are gonna be leveling for Realm First in VOD again, though.
We'll see about that one.
Oh, come on. What do you mean we will see?
We don't even know if what will be released at this point.
If it's released, I expect you to be there when it goes live. And we fucking go for Realm First again, dude.
Yeah. Make a good 5-man. We go
Good.
game.
Don't do any quests, that's all I'm saying. Keep your quest
of
log
course
clean.
not.
Thank God. Good. I'll see you there, dude.
Yes.
Alright, cheers. Church says, we will take it from you again, Anfal. You know how these things go. Maybe this will be the time, Church, where we actually link up for the first time, you and me, in a leveling race. Pommel says, I missed the goated broadcast. Can't wait to watch WOD. Yeah. I mean, we had some technical difficulties at the start. I had high aspirations. I wanted the audio to be split, but instead I managed to fuck it all up. So at the start of the race, there was no music, but by the time the second boss was pulled, it was fixed. Okay, let me see. Okay, I want to see the statistics now. How are we looking? What is the kill count like? Newman, Progress, Who, FFS, and Sleepo. Nice. Sleepo keep being consistently good. They are still not managing to break into top 3. I think they got third in MSV. But they're still good, man. They keep beating UOO and Step Brothers. They are kinda in their own tier. I think Who and FFS probably had their best races so far. How far behind are they? That's like, what? 7 minutes? It's still quite a gap. So it's 7 minutes and then the next gap is like 20. It's still a gap. But I think both Who and FFS did really good this raid, because I really think after ICC, this is the hardest content in Classic so far. ICC was obviously harder, but after that, this is the second hardest content we've had. That is what I think. Hey, Pommel, could I get you on the line real quick? You wanna come on and speak a little bit? Let me see if you pick up.
Hey.
Hey, I really hope the audio is fine. Now, this is the first time that I think I bring you on here, but could you just briefly introduce yourself to the audience?
Hi, my name is Pummel. I just moved to Australia and I joined FFS last year. And I play Warlock. Do Warlock.
I think that's good enough of an introduction. So you just came over to FFS and you played with them. This was your first race. How did it go?
Honestly, I think it went pretty well. You know, there's technical difficulties, like our Jakun skip didn't work that well, but that's okay. And we wiped a few times, but that's okay. Some hard bosses, bunch of weak aura bosses in this tier, honestly.
I mean, for a brief moment in history, you guys were leading. You were the first people to kill Jinrock, so congratulations for being in the driver's seat for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, all the bugs and stuff, that's still our victory. We had this entire race in the bag. It's completely fucked that after Jinrock, I mean, we let the other competitors get away with it.
Oh, this is super interesting, actually. So you're telling me there were bugs right after Jinrock?
No, we committed our invis stuff to the beginning, and our pots and stuff, to get in quickly.
To get a good start from the get-go.
Yeah, and then a bunch of our trash skips didn't work out as well as we wanted to, so we fell behind pretty quick.
But then you gotta, like, I see you disappearing from the leaderboards, like, when we get to G-Kun, you guys are not even in the top 5 anymore, but then you make a reappearance again over by Iron Con, and then you manage to finish 4th. That's kind of good. Nice recovery, actually.
Archikun was a disaster. Like, anything that could go wrong went wrong. We almost wiped his close. Also, Shadow Telly in the chat. That guy's the goated rogue.
So, first race you do with these guys, have you done PTR with them before, or was it the first time?
No, it's the first time. I joined as a trial in T14, so I missed the beginning of the rating here, unfortunately.
Okay, but so far, what is your impression about the guild? Do you like it?
Yeah, it's always a good time. People are always joking around with each other and not taking things too seriously, but when they need to, they lock in.
So I think I'm gonna go and inspect your log a little bit, because I'm getting some concerning reports that you were apparently kind of hard to carry.
Open Horde on. It speaks for itself.
Okay, so I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna put in the ethical filter here as well. So let's go to overall. Let's put in the filter of all cringe stuff. Bing, 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 bing. Damage done overall. Oh, this one. Everybody's at the edge of their seats now as it's calculating. I mean, you guys were pretty much very close to each other overall. Let's look at kills. So let's exclude the wipes. I mean, you did pretty good, no? I think these are pretty good overall numbers with the filter.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are trolling me. You can tell SB isn't near the top because he's padding on stuff that doesn't matter like he normally does.
Alright, the filter really makes him look worse, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's super exposed. Shout out Game, I mean, that guy owns.
Alright, so I didn't really catch. You guys did the invis skip at the start. Where else did you guys try to make a big skip?
We tried to do a big Jakun skip, but getting through to the end, I mean, those snails are a bitch, so you cannot get past the snails.
Yeah, I mean, we saw many creative ways of trying to skip those snails and spiders, but I hear it that you guys didn't quite work out, huh?
Yeah, the snails ate us. I mean, the Fojibikor was going crazy. Those were the little Gary sounds.
So, I've been interviewing a couple of guys here today, and you and me, we're just, at the end of the day, we're just soldiers trying to do what we're set out here to do, but we're stupid, we don't know any tactics. Who are like the masterminds of FFS? Who are you guys leaders?
Honestly, it's the Fluffies is probably the chief of FFS stuff, and then Jack does a lot of strategy stuff as well. But honestly, I think those are the two main ones. In reality, people all give their opinion when they think something, regardless if it's like warranted or not, or asked for. But it's they're very receptive to feedback and ideas and questions, and talking about stuff all the time in Discord channels about bosses and how to optimize like kill times, and I mean, I'll repeat what I said before. It's a very, very positive environment, so I'm happy.
Okay, that's kind of nice to hear that you guys have more of a flat hierarchy when it comes to like theory crafting and yapping, and some people are being more lighthearted, some people are trying harder, but that sounds kind of nice. So you're now in Australia, you're over there. How long are you staying? Am I gonna see you in FFS again for Siege?
Yeah, I would hope so, unless they kick me out or something. I don't know. I don't think they would, but maybe someone has a meltdown, just like kills everyone in the guild and kills the guild.
Yo, that's extremely dystopian, dude.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. This conversation now feel a lot more like therapy. Do you have like bad experiences before with guilds just disappearing?
no, but I've been in a bunch of guilds, and it's been like a variety of reasons, but I don't think this one's going anywhere. I just wanted to see Fluffy's reaction to question marking it.
Okay, so you've been in many guilds. Many of them have self-destructed. Are you starting to see a pattern where you are the common denominator?
Yeah, it's true. I was in WeGo too, so I left a little time bomb in there waiting for it to go off.
Okay, so yeah, all right. So even if they don't disband by the time you leave, you take credit for the day that they do disband. That's
No,
nice.
not. No, but I don't think FFS is going anywhere, and I'm not a guild killer as the rumor is overstated.
All right, I still think your guys should watch out. But before I let you off the hook, I really appreciate you coming on, and congratulations to your guild for a strong showing. Is there anybody in particular you would like to shout out from the guild?
I mean, maybe this is cliche, but shout out Cleo for giving one less good tier, and honestly all the other raiders too for pushing through all those PTR sessions, even when like I would miss a Saturday because I was doing something in real life. So yeah, I shout out Cleo, cry about it.
Did you shout him out just so he will host you when he goes offline?
I don't think he's gonna be going online anytime soon, so no.
Ah, okay, that's a shame. I've always enjoyed watching his, because my guild Progress and many of the other guilds never really streamed the PTR, but Cleo always did. So whenever he would be on my second monitor when I wasn't allowed to stream myself, and I would be able to watch FFS play some, because at least it was quality PTR, you know?
Yeah, he always. When I was living in America, I would do the same thing. Just watch his PTR sessions in the morning, the VODs, because I missed most of them. But again, I mean, I think the entire guild deserves a little round of applause for even fourth place. Pretty happy
you
with
need
that.
to stop the glazing. I asked you for specific people.
I mean, I could go through the list, but you want me to call out all 25 people that were in the raid today, excluding myself, obviously?
You know what? I'm gonna, well, let's do it like this. You will do a fuck, marry, kill for 3 people in today's raid roster. So fuck, marry, kill. I have the roster right here. Go.
Oh god. Oh, this is really hard. Fuck FBP. Kill Cleo because he's gone now, and marry. Dave, because I think we get along well.
Alright, that was nice. That was good. See? People are telling me that you've been PR trained. I think you did great, Pummel. I look forward to interviewing you again after Siege when you guys maybe break the top 3.
I would recommend a few people that you can interview that are also PR trained. But I would love to come on again. I always like watching your stream. It's very high quality content.
Alright, cool. Alright, take care. Thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, anytime. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Yep, cheerio. Alright. Nice to see some Oshi people coming on, even though it's their budget version coming on. Alright, we got some edgy comments in the chat. Probably some good banter. Hope there were no hard feelings. Pummel representing the guild kind of well, I think. Is Pummel glazing for the Anfal host as well, for the Cleo host? It's like an Ouroboros, you know, content creators just eating themselves, feeding endlessly. Nah, but I haven't really played much with Pummel, but I know a lot of people find him to be endearing, so felt like I should hit him up. Step Brothers still pushing through. Good shit. Makes me happy to see that they're still cracking on. The way I understood it, Rihanna is apparently playing from a vacation home. That's fucking crazy, dude. Respect. Racing while on vacation with 200 MS. People making it seem like 200 MS is like, oh my god, I can't play with 200 MS. Of course you can, bro. Of course you can. Is Jordy done? No, Jordy is still fighting. I mean, still. It is a hard raid at the end of the day. My old Gildy Rugs still dying. Wait. They wiped to Li Shen with 0.92% as best pull. That's fucking based, actually. Wiping on 0.92%? I can respect that. I have no problem with that. What guild is this? You guys know what guild this is? Offense. I don't think I've come across their name before, but they are playing on release and they're on Li Shan, so they're pretty alright. The other speedrunning guild. I mean, that's nice to see. His UI is very standard, looks very clean. I like the aesthetic. Nice for spectating. Golemag people. Okay, so Step Brothers and Offense are both Golemag people, maybe? Bastu is there. Is he? Nocti in Trick? I don't see him. Do you? I don't think I see him. He's a shaman? Bastu? No, that's somebody else, isn't it? Or is that really Bastu? The goat? Wait, he did link me something before. Let me see what he did. Wait, what is this? Hold on. Let me just check this. What happened to Not That Bad? Not That Bad could not hold their roster together. What is this, guys? 23-23, come on, do something. Anfall, go live. You guys are crazy in the head sometimes. Nah, Not That Bad could not keep a roster together. There were too many versions of WoW, he's pulling them apart. I don't think I have much more for you guys. Okay, you know what? I think that's gonna be it for me. I think that's about what I have. Progress curse lives on. When Anfal isn't playing, the guild just can't seem to get it together and win. I hope you guys were entertained. I for sure had fun. And until next time, I'm actually back tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, I'm gonna be playing with Holy Death GDKP. That's gonna be exciting. I haven't really logged on since the patch went live, so I have probably some stuff to do tomorrow. Until next time, I'm out. Bye, guys.